Okay.
Okay, so guys, welcome back. We had a break. Now we're back. Let's see your experience points and how are you going to spend them.
So the issue I've had and still have is that the last few things I can get are all things that take a while. And I know we talked about them several sessions ago, but that's been so long, because of breaks and junk that I can't remember how many sessions ago that was, and thus whether or not I could potentially take them now.
What was that exactly?
Or any of them. Hold on, let me compare.
Yeah, by the way, I've changed the handout date to 9/06. I don't know who's making notes today, but
it's me.
Okay.
This would be my third time.
Oh, awesome, cool.
Oh, and one bookkeeping thing. So I finally, you had mentioned last time that I'm suffering some sort of effects. It was -5 to all of my base stats, correct?
Let me see my notes, which you'll be able to see on YouTube later on, if you wish so.
Yeah. Actually, that was funny, because you said that last time, and...
-5 to all stats.
Yeah, okay.
And -1 movement, and -1% to dodge as well.
-10% to dodge?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't catch the minus. So, and I also don't know if I had a minus to movement prior to that. So now I have -2 to movement?
No, you only have -1 to movement.
Okay, so
because
that was something I didn't
stats
capture.
are like the first part of your character sheet, like the top one.
Right.
Yes.
So for me, we had discussed a common knowledge, but I forget which one. It was something scout related.
Let's say that you can take it. I don't remember. Let's say that just you can take it.
Okay, cool. And then there were a couple of talents like charm animal.
Well, you didn't really charm any animals. That's the problem.
Right. Yeah. Looking at my rest of my talents. Okay, so yeah, and then there was a speak. I have a second speak language to get. Let's see. What common knowledges do I already have? Empire, common knowledge, woods. Let's see. What would be a good scout S common knowledge?
Probably woods, probably trails. I don't know. Hunting.
Ooh, hunting. Hunting sounds good.
Yeah. So if you wish, you can take this common knowledge hunting.
Okay.
You were hunting like quite a lot.
Right.
I remember that.
Yes. When we traveled from messed up Vampire Village 1 to messed up Vampire Village 2.
Yeah. Brian, what about you? Are you buying anything?
I don't think so. All I can get is Ride, Secret Language, Battle Tongue, and Secret Signs Scout. So I'm kind of stuck. I have a lot of XP at the moment to spend.
By the way, I have Secret Sign Scout. So if you need to learn that from somebody,
Yeah, let's get started on that then.
Okay.
Remember that you can learn pretty easily, like at the campfires, during evenings, stuff like that. A few seconds, I'll be back. Just a few seconds.
No worries. Yeah, I was thinking that my spend would probably be to get back the 5 that I lost in certain things that I still have the ability to spend points on. Weapon skill and ballistic skill, for instance. Especially going into this battle we're about to have.
I usually burn out on all that stuff right when I change careers. Like I do all the numerical stats first. And
yeah, that's generally because it's partially for me because this is online. It's easiest for me to remember stuff that way.
Yeah.
Like when I've played games, I don't think I've ever played an in-person Warhammer Fantasy roleplay, but
I'm back.
Other
Sorry.
games, when you're keeping hand notes and stuff a lot more than I do for this, it's easier to remember. Yeah. I can still upgrade these things, but playing everything online and not having lots of hand notes, it's easier just to remember just pretty much always do the stats first. And especially because in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, where you you can't just always upgrade a stat, right? Like you may go into a new career, but you're already actually past all those upgrades on the stats. So.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Okay, so we know where we stand. Sean is making notes.
Yes, 1 second. I'm just opening 2 more.
I don't know if you want to make notes in the document, like on Roll20 or.
Normally, what I do is I handwrite everything because for whatever reason, that's faster for me.
Okay, cool.
and then I take 2 weeks at least to
sure,
type.
I respect that.
Apparently, it takes less brain power for me to write by hand than it does to type. I mean, it's my my advanced gorilla hunt and peck method.
Gorilla hunting?
Well, just that I type like a gorilla.
Oh,
okay. What I'm trying to say. that I follow the hunt and. Oh, actually, that's not totally true. I did actually at one point.
You were a gorilla once.
No, I they didn't teach typing in school anymore when I went to high school. They used to teach it, and maybe in public schools or in a different school district they did. But when I was in school, we didn't. It was the sort of the period between or just before computers were a big thing. We had like a computer lab,
okay,
but it was only like super nerds did computer stuff. So for whatever reason, I didn't do any programming back then. But so they didn't teach it. So I had to later get like one of the typing tutor programs that they do, where you essentially, they have you put your fingers on the keys and then play games to count your accuracy. So that's how I learned how to type, and so I sort of know how to do it correctly, but I cheat a lot and look at the keyboard and stuff like that.
That's good to know, actually. But the Black Knight attacks.
Yeah. Oh, so that's what I was just saying to them before you got back on, was that I think I'm trying to double check. I think I have 300 to spend, and I wanted to just use those to boost my my stats back up the 5% I lost. Or can I not do that?
Yeah, you can. If you can buy the skill, like the stats, you can do this, of course.
Yeah. I think that's what I was just saying. I think I still have 1 tick left in both weapon skill and so I'm just going to do that to get up to my full plus 30%.
Excellent.
So and so that's the thing is, if you give me a second, because I redid my paper sheet, but I haven't redone my.
God, Sean, you're so old.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I think in paper first for this thing. What would that be? That would be.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So we're in combat with a weird knight with a big gaping hole in his chest.
Yes, the knight. He looks. He looks mysterious. It's like he's wearing an armor of an Empire soldier. Well, of an Empire knight. Over that, he has a ragged, dark cloak. His chest is covered in filthy bandages, where his heart is supposed to be, and he has a very nasty-looking black iron sword, very archaic in appearance. He also jumped effortlessly in his full plate onto a back of a horse, if you can call it that, actually, because this thing has red smoldering eyes. It's huge. It's like this horse is an absolute unit, and and it's like it's not really there. It's like it's there, but not really. So, first we shall roll for initiative. 1d10 plus your agility.
And I'm there right now?
You are older, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
No. I'm totally not there. I was sleeping.
Well, Well, actually, we could go back to the notes and see who's there, but I believe we are all there.
You are all
because,
there. You are all
yeah.
there. I remember that. So sorry, guys.
Tough luck. I'm sure Vincent gets out in front because he's the most martial of us.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Brian, how much do you have?
66 total.
All right, Andrew has 56.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm
Yeah.
I don't want to go first because I'm like catching up in the notes here.
We're essentially screwed. That's really what you need to know.
Let me see.
We're being attacked by a.
To quote Bender, we're boned.
Yes.
46.
So I think my agility is 48 currently. So let me just adjust that one first.
All right. So how much do you have, Sean? In that case.
I have 48 agility, and I will roll it in 1 second. I just need to type that in. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, why are you doing this to me? And okay, so my initiative is then 43. I will roll. Boop, boop, boop. I have no idea what I did.
48. Yeah. All right. It's good. In that case, we have Brian first, Andrew second, Knight third, Sean you're fourth, and Vincent is last.
Okay. Wow.
Like I've said, the Knight is charging towards you on the back of his horrifying steed. Brian, first thing you need to do is to roll me a fear check.
Okay. That makes it easy. Willpower.
The only easy day was yesterday. Nope. You are scared shitless. Do you want to use luck?
Yeah.
Okay.
That gives me
Your first luck.
one left. Yeah.
Yeah, your first luck
I
goes.
think one left.
Oh!
Oh!
In that case,
Not so lucky.
Oopsie.
3 insanity points for you, my man, and you are, of course, scared shitless.
Well, that was good because he had diarrhea before, so.
How much IP do you have?
I had 0 because I just got the thing for Gennaro.
Okay, so you have 3 right now.
Just real quick, I'm pouring back through the notes. Is there any context for the Knight, or are you guys just as like, what the fuck is me right now?
No,
Well,
there
I've
is
seen him
context.
before. I've seen
yeah,
him.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we encountered him when we were chasing the French guy.
When you were chasing Ribot.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, Bretonnian guy. Excuse me.
Dionys Ribot, yes. And he
Bretonians
decapitated...
are not French.
Son,
Yeah.
please do not bring your real-world politics into a fantasy game. Jesus.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Well, it could be worse. He could be an Australian, like me right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And don't ask me why I'm Australian. I don't know.
Crikey.
Right, mate.
That's not nice.
Anyway, yes, Dionys Ribot was decapitated by the Knight in Black, and later his head has been delivered to the Heartless Man by said Knight. The innkeeper's wife brought you the basket containing the man's head because her husband, as many of the people of Hohlesbruck, got ill almost overnight, unfortunately. You don't know why? Not really. And yes, Andy, I mean Lucas, you saw that the Knight essentially cut off Ribot's head in one single powerful strike, grabbed it, and rode away without even stopping for a second.
Yeah.
This,
Which is why, if I pass my test, my first step is going to be to go defensive and start trying to cut a deal with him.
all right. Right. So, Brian, you are paralyzed with fear. After that, we have Sean, I believe.
No, it was me.
Andy. Sorry. So you need to roll me willpower.
I'm going to spend a luck. If I spend a luck now, I add 10, right?
Yes, you add plus 10. By the way, you are not terrified of the Knight as such. You are terrified of his horse, which is really unnatural. If you catch my meaning.
Yeah.
For example, he casts no shadow.
Still failed.
Yes, and you can't use luck because
Right.
you've spent it.
But I did not botch at least. So.
Yeah, you are rooted to the spot. After that, we have the Knight himself, I think. Yeah, it's the knight himself.
Yeah. Yep.
There are 4 of you. Vincent is not playing with us. I mean, Jason is not playing with us, but his character, of course, is here. Normally, I would leave him out of the fight, but the circumstances are such that he is here. So I'm going to roll and see who's going to be charged by the knight. We go from left to right. 1 Brian, 2 Andy, 3 Sean, 4 Jason.
Hey, wait, what about the knight himself?
No. I'm also going to roll for Jason's... Oh yeah, he passed. He passed his skill. Alright, the knight charges towards Vincent.
Sweet.
I presume that you are all essentially probably standing like right next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now I need to see if... okay. Right. Alright, let's see. The horse. Right, so essentially, how it looked, the knight charged towards Vincent, who parried his blow only barely with his strange sword. That said, the horse itself smashed into him. Vincent will try and do something about it, and he managed to jump back just in the nick of time. Right, now, Sean, it's you.
Yes.
Please roll me fear.
Okay, and do I get the I get a +10 somewhere for some skill I have?
You need to tell me which skill that is.
Stout-hearted.
Yes, you do. You do get +10.
All right. Oop. Willpower sucks now. Yeah, 46. Okay.
Yeah, that's why, because mine's only 39, which is why I spent 10 to begin with.
Yeah, I should have done that, but it wasn't. I'm gonna spend a luck point.
All right, your first luck goes. Roll me. Nice.
Woo!
Your faith in Sigmar is sufficient for you to break free from the grasp of fear. You see that the horse, it's like it flickers in the air. In 1 second it's there, the next it's not. But you're standing your ground. What are you doing? And what's that sound?
I don't know. It sounds like a dog.
Yeah, that's the dog going nuts.
Okay.
The other one was me rooting through some bits.
Okay.
But I put them up. They're gone.
What do I want to do? I feel like we need to try to hit this guy to get him to to not attack us. But
just let me see one thing, Sean. Okay. Do what you wish.
Okay. Well, since I'm assuming that we didn't, or I don't remember if we had our weapons out. I feel like we probably didn't.
No, I don't think you had your weapons out.
Yeah, I think we just got there and saw the.
We were going.
Sorry. So in that case, Vincent just jumped back from the knife.
Well, no, I thought
fire
we
it.
were. I thought we did have our weapons out because we were. Weren't we looking for something?
Oh yeah. No.
No,
wait a minute.
you were going to meet
they told-
the butcher.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
yeah.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. We were looking for something, just not something we expected to be.
Yeah,
Combative.
because
Right.
the butcher told you that he would be there. Apparently, it was a setup.
Right, and so yeah, that's why
He
if
sold
I
you out.
survive this, I'm killing the butcher.
Yeah, me too.
No need, not even a discussion about it. We're just killing that motherfucker. All right, sorry, but yeah. So in that case, Leopold will try to draw his sword and dagger.
All right,
And-
you have quick draw
Uh,
because one action for sword, one for dagger. Otherwise,
Okay. Well, then I apparently do not have quick draw because that's a talent, I believe.
yes, it is.
So I will draw my sword and try to strike him with it if that's
Yes, you
because
can.
I have two actions or two attacks, whatever.
You draw your sword, your gladius. I think you're the
Yes.
last one who actually has the silver,
Correct.
the silver blade, and you strike at the knight. and just let me check very quickly because he is on a horse. That means that you can strike the animal, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I don't want to, but I
Yeah.
will. I will if I don't have a choice.
Let me see. Yeah, here's combat. Attacking. Oh yeah. You can choose if you want to attack him or the if you want to attack him or his horse.
I want to attack him.
Yeah. Sorry. Just. I need to check very quickly something. Okay, just roll. Attack him if you wish.
Okay.
I'll check
Yep.
it in the meantime because I think that actually.
Well,
Oh no!
that would be it.
You've struck the man, if he is indeed
Oh.
a man, but he blocked your swipe on his iron, nasty-looking sword. From up close, you can see that the sword is so black because it's coated in age-old blood. This is a foul weapon. You can almost feel its malignancy emanating from from this thing. And I just need. God, where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. Now I'll know. Haha.
At least it wasn't a botch.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Because I could swear that when you attack from a horse, you have bonuses.
You should. I mean, that mechanically that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know what the actual rule is.
I could swear that there is something like that. Okay, whatever. It's all about the fluidity of combat. But in
I mean, to be fair, it's not like he needs any help anyway.
yeah.
As long as I don't get my head
Yeah.
chopped off in one slice, I'll be all right.
Yeah, there are bonuses. It's like +5 probably. Right. Anyway, not in this combat. I'll check it out for sure, and we'll use it from our from the start of our next session because I don't want to overdo it. All right. Anyway, Leopold, you've struck the man. He blocked inhumanly fast. He is fast. He is very fast. Now Vincent, he jumped back, and he drew his sword as quickly as possible. Although would be enough. It's rather hard to tell. He doesn't have a quick draw. I can see it on his character sheet. But he does the same thing as you. He draws his sword and he slashes at the man. And he hits him. Normally he would hit the head, but since he is lower, he is attacking a man on a very big horse. The hit strikes him at around somewhere at the neck level, essentially. But the knight will try and dodge the strike. And he failed.
Sweet.
In that case... Yeah, well, unfortunately as well, Vincent's strike... He has strength 4... Strike mighty blow, I guess. Yeah, so like
Yeah, he does have
5,
mighty blow.
7. Yeah, unfortunately, his strike just deflected from the armor completely. So you and Vincent, by you I mean of course Leopold,
Yes.
you are slashing at the man while your friends are terrified. Next round, Sally, try and break from the grips of fear Nope. You are still essentially rooted to the spot. Lucas, same with you. Another luck point for
No, because I was going to save it. Yeah, I am going to go ahead and try to re-roll with
your
luck.
Okay, your second luck goes.
Yes.
Great. From your next round, you can act normally.
Okay. So I can't like draw my weapon this round or anything though.
No, but you
Okay.
you can dodge and parry, and that's good because he will once again attack randomly. Once again, it's his free attacks go into Vincent.
Makes sense.
2 attacks from the horse go into Vincent as well. First attack. Nope. My god, seriously, dude.
Sweet. It's about time.
Wait a second, 56.
I was hoping to go there and see a pot.
He did. Managed to strike. Actually, yeah. Let's see, Vincent will try and dodge. He did. The horse. The horse managed to hit. Vincent will not dodge because he already dodged. So the horse...
You already is this a new turn?
What?
Isn't this a new turn?
This is the same.
This is the...
Oh, yeah.
This is the second turn.
How has Vincent already dodged?
He dodged the knight's attacks.
Yeah.
Oh! Okay.
Those apparently those 3 attacks were the knight.
Yeah, 3 attacks from the knight, 2 are from horse. So, first attack... Ooh, ah.
Oof, Jesus.
That's gotta hurt. 14 damage to the chest. Need to see if... okay, strike to injury.
I know he's pretty tough, but
yeah,
he's not,
but
I don't remember if his armor is as damaged as mine is. I have like 0 torso protection.
he has 5 on 1 on body, so it's like 6. How much I wrote? 14. So 8 goes, and he was on 5 already, so it's -3. Now the horse has strike to injure, which means that I'm rolling twice and choose the better result. It's I guess it's teeth and claws, because it's not really a horse per se. It's a fiend. Or maybe someone wants to roll for Jason.
Way I've been rolling, we don't want it to be me.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine to keep you rolling.
Okay. In that case, fair. I'm going to roll 0-3. No, that won't do. 0-8. Well, he will live. That's good. That's a good thing. 0-8. In that case, it's only number 1. Chest.
Also, with you doing the rolls this way, we can blame it all on you if he dies.
Of course. Okay, so first of all, he... sorry that takes so long, but I also need to take care of his character sheet. So, yeah. Insight point for him. 6. And now it's willpower time. No, GM, no!
Just don't roll 100.
He passed. He has high willpower, I guess. Willpower. Yeah, he passed. That's it. It's 6. Okay. So essentially, what happened? The knight unleashed a flurry of attacks on Vincent. Vincent parried and dodged almost all of them, but then the horse raked him with his hooves, and the hooves, you can see, have those strange barbs, like bone barbs, and he raked Vincent's chest with them. Vincent screamed in pain. The pain is significant, so to say the least. Yeah, but he's still in the fight. After the knight, who we have after the knight? We have, I think, Leopold.
Yes.
Are you still attacking the knight himself?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, sorry. By the way, I'm not sure if Stout-Hearted counters that. I'll need to check. But you guys have -5 to hit the knight because
Oh, okay.
he has the skill menacing. You
Okay.
are simply put very, very, very afraid of the man, even if you're not rooted to the spot like Sally is right now. No, sorry, it's -10.
Okay. Yeah. All it says is
You can test your willpower if you want to remove that penalty.
Okay.
So
Because
test,
it says here in my notes it says +10 fear, terror, and willpower intimidate.
that's
I
not
think.
intimidate. So you're not immune.
Oh.
Roll willpower.
Okay.
If you botch, you won't be able to remove the trait for the whole
Okay.
fight. Nice. You're not intimidated by him, so you fight him like at your max
Okay.
weapon skill. What's
Great.
your curse of action? You only have +10 from Vincent right now.
Okay. I was going to do is swift attack is the one where I can do 2
Yes,
attacks.
but the second one is with -10 penalty.
Okay, well I'll do that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start raining blows on him.
Yeah, so you rain blows on the man. Roll first attack, +10. Nice.
Make sure he pays you for it, though.
Let's see. All right, your first blow connected,
All right, sweet. You want me to do damage?
and it connected very well. You threw the man from the horse.
Nice.
But roll for damage.
Okay.
Oh, Rick's Fury. Oh, Rick's Fury.
That's a D10.
D10 plus strength plus any weapon things
Oh.
you have.
Shit. Okay. Well, I didn't do it the way I wanted to, but so I rolled a 9 plus my strength of 4, and then I have the strike to injure, so +1 to that.
No,
so
strike to injure is when you roll
sorry.
twice on the table of critical hits. If you have
sorry,
strike mighty blow,
strike mighty blow.
Exactly.
I do have it. So
14.
14.
It's 14, so it's okay. Right, great. And I need to check very quickly one thing. Can someone tell me what location on the body is 51?
Let me get it out. Do you know? Let me see. Let me find the charts. I don't know where they are.
That's one that I have a physical book on my bookshelf, but I've been using the ebook I got from the Humble Bundle.
I have it.
But
All right, I have it here. It's left
Okay.
arm. All right. You've opened part of his armor on his left arm. He fell to the ground. The worst part about fighting this man is that he doesn't utter a single sound. It's like you're fighting an animated suit of armor, like in the haunted house. He fell to the ground hard. Some kind of brackish blood came from from between the joints in his left arm. But essentially, that's it. That said, you quickly follow up with a second strike, -10.
Uh-huh. Zoinks. Sigmar Fury.
Yeah, you did. -10 +10.
Okay.
+10 from Vincent.
Alright, cool.
Alright, roll for damage.
Oh, I just closed that out. Alright, D10 plus 5. Boop, 11.
Yeah. You essentially cut the same arm. No, sorry. This time his right arm. Again, a lot of blood came out. Black blood. But the man is slowly getting up to his feet. Oh, by the way, you had bigger bonuses to striking him because he was laying on the ground.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I hit him. I'm cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Vincent attacks.
What he's saying is, I don't think it's going to be that easy in the future.
Yeah.
82, I don't think he did, even with bonuses.
Oh, 82, yeah.
Plus 10, no. He didn't. That said, I do have the book with me here. Let's see. Attacking a prone character. Yeah. His first attack, unfortunately, struck the ground, producing a world of mud. His second attack, same. Does he have a third attack? No, only 2. Next round, Sally. Compose yourself, man. No. Apparently not. Lucas.
Okay, so
I only have one left, so I don't want to burn.
Brian, something is really weird with your voice.
I only have one left.
You need a new. Sorry,
burn.
we can't understand you. It's like you're losing reception.
I think he said earlier he was on a cell phone Skype.
Yeah,
You can hear me now?
badly.
Badly. Oh.
It's a little better, but it was super breaking up earlier.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah, I had it on the mic before, and now it's just on the phone.
Now it's
Okay.
good. Now it's better. All right.
Yeah.
No, now it's good. What were you saying?
Yeah, I only have one luck left, so I don't want to burn it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. Lucas, you can act normally.
Okay, so...
That said, you can strike the man because he's on the other side of the horse.
Well, I still have to draw my weapon.
Yeah.
How many... Well, let me ask this, since I have a bow. How many actions would it take to draw my bow and shoot at either him or the horse?
You're essentially in close combat with him and the horse. Well, with the horse, and you can fire in close combat.
Okay.
Except for pistols and hand crossbows. Yeah, you're not in combat with the man because he fell to the other side of the horse, but the horse is still thrashing around. So you are.
Well, could I draw a weapon and strike the horse?
Of course.
Okay. But I can't draw both weapons and strike the horse.
If you have quick draw, you can.
I don't think that's a talent, right?
Yeah, I don't think you do as well because
No,
it's a combat-oriented talent and you're a wolf.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me draw my hatchet and attack the horse.
Excellent. Attack the horse. Nice.
Nice.
The horse essentially blinked. Your hatchet passed through the air. The horse materialized back.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of why I'm not attacking the horse.
The knight.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like I could either stand there and do nothing, or I could attack the horse.
Yeah.
So it's attack.
The knight stands back without even supporting himself. It's like he righted himself up in full plate. And you can tell from his posture that he's rather angry. This time he will attack... well, he can't really attack Sally because he's not there. So in that case he will attack the next person, which unfortunately is you, Sean.
Okay.
That said, he got up, so he only attacked once. And he managed to land a blow on your arm. Left
I'm gonna
arm.
try to dodge blow.
You dodge blow. Alright, minus 10 to your dodge blow.
Okay. Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. It's one of those.
Oh, I forgot to check my willpower again to see if I was permanently not intimidated.
69. Nice.
I'm gonna spend a luck.
Yeah, sorry for that, Andy. You only test intimidate for the knight, not the horse.
Oh, okay.
I remember that. All right. Yeah, Sean, come on, roll.
I need to dodge this blow.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
that's what she said.
Yeah, seriously. All right.
Okay. In that case, it's 5 strike mighty blow. He has it. Yeah. So it's 10. 8. 8 to your arm.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. So let's see. So I take 1 point gets through my left arm.
1 point only.
Yeah, because I have 4 toughness and I still have 3 armor on my arms.
Wow. Okay. So he grazed you with that blow. How much HP do you have?
I have in my notes. I have full 17.
Okay. Is it possible? Yeah, I think it is.
I thought I got healed by what's his face.
Oh, by the good doctor. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You are healed. Right. The horse.
And poison at the same time, but that's...
Yeah. Well, you don't know that. The horse and Lucas is trying to trample you into the ground.
Okay.
No, the horse sucks.
Good.
Yeah, the horse is thrashing, just striking you with its hooves, but you are either dodging or blocking with your axe, each and every one of its strikes. Nice job.
Okay, so I know it's a little too early to be cocky,
Yeah?
but I'm totally going to be cocky. He's going to make a comment about how back in Talbot land, even a maimed horse or a lame horse could do better than that.
Okay. Even a lame horse could do better than that. All right.
That horse is really bad.
Way too early to be cocky, but
Yeah. And now we have Leopold once again.
Same thing. I'm just gonna swift attack the knight.
Okay, just let
Hoping.
me see.
Hoping that his steed will lose interest when he's dead, but
Yeah. Okay, so that's good. So I wasn't making that up. Okay, please swift attack me.
all right.
Swift attack me, mate.
In the name of Sigmar. Zoink!
Nice.
Take that.
Yeah, he will probably take it, but okay.
Yeah, baby.
Was 53. 53. Just let me.
Oh, sorry, I had that open, and then I put it down here so I can't see it. 53 is left arm. Again.
All right. Roll damage.
Yes. Sigmar's Fury. 8.
8 plus 5. Let me just.
No, it's.
Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
12.
Sorry.
12 total.
Okay.
12 total, which means that he has 9. All right. Once again, you've opened a huge gash on his left arm. Nice. Roll again.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know why the phone is ringing. Actually, I'm not even certain why we have a landline anymore.
my wife insists on having one.
Yeah, same here. All right, I missed with the second attack.
Yeah, the second attack. That said, he quickly moved away from you. Vincent. Oh yeah, by the way, I need to roll Vincent's willpower for. No, he has -10. Unless he has some really high willpower. No, he's not. He's not.
I don't think so.
Vincent is also trying to land a couple of blows on him. The first one misses completely. The second one also misses completely because he doesn't have... Well, why did I close that?
This is the knight attacking Vincent, or
No, Vincent attacking the knight.
Okay.
-10. Yeah, the second one also missed, unfortunately, because of -10. Yeah, Vincent is raining blows down on the knight, but the problem with Vincent's sword is that it's not really it's not doing too well against a heavily armored opponent. It's an elegant saber sort of sword, not a heavy Imperial or Bretonnian style, cutter. Unfortunately, Vincent can get through the knight's armor. Right, Sally, you're up.
Big money.
Roll willpower.
Woo!
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Yeah, you finally.
Did I break the spell?
Yeah, you finally came to your senses. From your next turn, you can act normally. Now we have Lucas.
Okay.
I presume that you're going to.
I'm going to draw my dagger with one action.
All right.
And attack. I have 2 attacks, but if I draw my dagger, that takes right. Like I can't do 2 attacks.
You can only strike once in that case.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still going to do it because I'd rather have the dagger out. But,
okay. Cool.
Going to do that and then attack the horse again.
Yeah. You will beat the horse. Nice. I don't think he actually did. That said, roll for damage.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Trying to think of what the hit location on an animal would be, but I guess it's
9.
9 total.
Yep.
Okay. In that case, you've managed to strike at the animal. At the last second, your blow was essentially halted by an invisible force. You managed to wound it, and a foul ichor came from the cut, which quickly sealed. The horse roared in fury. It got up on its hind legs, and it unleashed a torrent of foul, caustic air from its nostrils at you and Sally. So, what that means is that I want you guys to roll -20 dodge if you want to dodge the acid cloud.
Where's
Nice.
dodge? I know I've got it.
-20, you said, right?
Yeah.
I'm using a luck. I'm not gonna botch.
Okay. Last. Okay. So,
Yeah, I missed.
nice.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Nice job, Sally.
I did not botch, so I'm not going to use what I believe would be my last luck.
Okay.
I think. Let me make sure I even have a luck left. Yes, I'm not going to use my last luck. I'm going to take the risk.
Okay, in that case, I need to quickly open the armory. I mean, sorry, not the armory, but the bestiary.
You just got mustard gassed.
Probably, but the last thing I want to do is do like what Sally just did on his insanity checks, and now turn what's just a normal miss into a botch.
Yeah, true. True.
And then melt like the Wicked Witch of the West.
That's a good call, honestly.
Or
Yeah,
like
here
me
it
and
is.
make the exact same roll twice. What are the odds?
Okay, just let me.
1 in 1,000.
Oh, for crying out loud, where is it?
Right. Or no, 1 in.
Oh, yeah,
1 in
here
2.
it is. Okay, so in that case, Sally, I'm going to roll for you first. Man, we haven't played for so long that this combat feels really sluggish to me for some reason.
I passed, didn't I?
Yeah, sorry, you did. So,
Yeah, it was
Lucas.
Andy.
Lucas, you are struck. Essentially, it's a strength 10 hit without your armor.
Okay. I have a toughness of 4.
So 6 pass.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and now I need to do one thing.
6 8 feet of your lungs.
You have some kind of armor on your chest, right?
Yeah, just leather armor.
Yeah. So Let's see, 10%. No. All right. You were bathed in some kind of foul, acidic cloud. It, it burns you. It burns you hard, and you can smell your gear sizzling. You can, you are standing in the middle of the hard acidic vapors. The pain is significant, unfortunately, but you are still up. All right. So in that case, we have the knight. The knight only fights with right now with Leopold and Vincent. So we shall see who he'll attack. Vincent, okay. And now I need to quickly check one thing, because I didn't before. Yeah, it's here. Yeah. Vincent will dodge. Okay. Well, the rolls are probably the worst I ever had. Right. Well, good news is that Vincent essentially dodges every single strike of the knight. Leopold, you're up.
All right. I'm sticking with the plan. 2 attacks on the knight.
Okay.
Sigmar, guide my blade. Woohoo!
The knight deftly dodged your attack.
All right.
Sorry, wait. Let me see. Yes, he did. Sorry for that.
Okay. And then I back cut.
Okay. Yeah, you reverse the grip, cut from the top,
And
missed completely. Vincent unleashes his fury. Oh. So first attack, plus 10, minus 10, because he still didn't manage to break from the...
the fear.
Yeah, 50. Yeah, but he managed to strike him, actually.
Good. No dodge. Oh shit. No, is that it?
Yeah, that's actually pretty well. 13. Okay, first of Vincent's attacks, slash the knight across his torso and open up the bandages. From inside his chest cavity emerged a cloud of flies and completely covered all of you.
Great.
You all have minus 10 to your weapon skill. Because the flies are everywhere. They're going
Thanks, Vincent.
into your mouths. They're, trying to burrow inside your ears. They get under your clothes. The knight and horse seem unaffected. And the second strike, unfortunately, misses completely. Right, now, we have Sally.
Come on, Sally.
Do I have my weapons out already from last session? I wasn't here.
No,
No,
you don't.
none of us
Of
did.
course,
We all have to draw them.
Yeah.
Okay. Then in that
Hey.
case,
I believe you're close enough to the horse that you can draw one weapon and attack
Yeah,
the horse if
you
you
can.
want to.
You can.
Or you can draw 2 weapons and not attack anything.
I mean, I have to get them both out anyway, so I'll draw my Marienburg crested sword and see. Do I have anything else?
You probably have a dagger.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, yeah. I have a dagger. But I thought I had a club, but I must have lost it. So yeah, so a Marienburg crested sword and dagger.
Okay, you have quick draw?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, so in that case you can attack once.
Okay, let me double check on the quick draw though.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good question. I don't even know if I have access.
Yeah, I have it. Yeah. Okay. So -10, you said?
Yes, -10.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Right, roll for damage. Oh my god.
Get him.
For Sigmar. Oh, okay.
Wait. For 9 total, or 7 plus your strength?
7 plus strength. I have a strength 4.
So 11, so 13 total. That's it. 13, okay. Yeah, you managed to slash the animal heart. You open up a huge gash. Once again, I mean, this time your blow as well got like slowed down slightly, but eventually it connected. And this time the wound does not heal. Nice one. Lucas?
Okay, are the flies so bad that I can't make a smart-ass comment, or...
Well, like you want to use a whole action to make a comment?
No, I just want to scream something while I'm charging in with 2 attacks.
If it's something quick, then yes, you can.
It was religious in nature, so probably not. In that case, I'll just make my 2 attacks.
Okay. You furiously attack the horse.
Okay, there's the first one.
Roll for damage.
Let's see.
Okay. Second attack.
And this one has, what, -10 for the flies and another -10 for a second attack?
Yes.
Okay. Oh!
Nice!
Roll for damage.
Oh! Wow.
Your first attack hit home. Your second attack was simply stopped mid-air by some invisible force. The horse is furious right now. It once again unleashes a cloud of smoke. In that case, if you guys want to avoid damage, you need to roll -20 dodge.
Might as well try.
Nope.
But hold on.
Oh. Cool.
Is that a botch?
Yes, it's the worst kind, actually.
In that case, I will use my last luck.
Okay.
Still failed, didn't botch.
Yes. Okay. So, alright, Sally, you are struck for 6 without armor. How much do you lose?
I'm down to 1 apparently.
After that, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just quickly see one thing.
I mean, like, assuming that's how I was doing it, I have the 15 total on the left, and on the right I had 7. I don't remember what that was from.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but you guys, essentially, you need to take care of your character sheets. I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's just been a long time, so I can't remember if I was like counting backwards or going forwards.
So you're
I just subtracted
my guess
1.
is that you were.
Yeah, sorry, Sean, come on.
I was gonna say my guess is that you were tallying not how much you had left, but how much damage you had taken. At least that's
That's
how
the
I'm
way
doing it.
I do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, always note how much health you have left on your sheets.
Well,
Like-
if that's the case, I either have 2 or I have 1. So it doesn't make a whole lot of difference, but... Like, do you guys want me to randomize?
No, okay, let's say that you have 1 left after that
Yeah.
attack.
Okay.
Okay, after that attack, you have 1 left. Andy,
Mm-hmm.
you lose 15 total without armor.
What about minus toughness? or
Minus
anything?
toughness, yes, of course.
So that would 11 total, which would put me. Let's see, I have 7. I have 16 total wounds. So 18. That puts me 2 over.
Minus
So it
2.
puts me -2. Yeah.
You want fate point, or you want to roll on the critical table?
-2 on the critical table is not too bad, right?
Okay, remember that I'm rolling twice. Strike to injure.
Why are you? Oh,
Yeah.
Which, but that's what I'm saying. Like -2 on the table is still, although I guess with two rolls that drastically increases the odds of something really bad, right?
Yeah.
What part of the body?
What part of the body? Actually, that's a very good question. Without
See, I have no idea how this works.
your legs.
Did I gain any wounds back last session?
Nope.
Okay.
I'll take a fate.
You burn fate.
Yeah.
Okay, just so you guys know, in that campaign, probably there will be no more fate points. So
Okay.
think very carefully about spending fate.
Yeah, legs, torso, head. If it was an arm, I actually probably would have just let you go and risk losing an arm. But
Okay. In that case, you are bathed. If you're spending fate, then of course you get instant point. You are essentially bathed in the creature's acidic vomit, because it's more a vomit than a vape cloud. After that, you're bathed from head to toe. After that, you have to remove every single item of clothing, leather, stuff like that from your character. It's not
Okay.
there, including money purse, including all sorts of clothes, armor. It's gone, and your weapons are of poor quality. Oh, and you are hairless. It's like you were dipped in an acid tank, only for a split second. You're hairless, and you have this like reddish skin. If you guys watched the new Chernobyl TV series, you know what I'm talking about. The guys who went into the reactor core only for a few seconds had the same complexion. And of course you are completely unconscious. After that, the knight. Once again, the knight only fights with Vincent.
Sweet.
Yeah. Vincent will dodge. Yeah. Vincent won't dodge. This time, actually, I'm thinking about spending his luck points for an extra dodge, because he would probably want that. And I do forget to pull out his dagger, which is unfortunate. Where's the fate point?
Yeah, where are the fate points?
Yeah, I mean luck points. I don't know if he can do that.
There is no place to keep fate luck points on the electronic sheet.
Yeah, Vincent uses his one of his luck points to dodge. He managed to do that.
Sweet.
But the third finally fucking connects. Jesus Christ, you are very overqualified for this adventure. But I'm a bad DM because I didn't account for that.
I don't know. It's kind of kicking our ass, so maybe not.
Yeah, considering that we wanted to quit last, like, yeah, fuck these guys, let's go.
Yeah, this 0-1. Oh, it goes into an eye. Oh, that's going to hurt.
Nice. He doesn't need 2 life.
Yeah, he's going to be a fucking pirate.
Vincent or the knight?
Vincent, unfortunately.
Oh.
Was it D10? Yeah, it was. So 4 plus 5 plus 1, it's 10 total, without armor and toughness, because it's an eye. So he loses. So he's on minus 10, I think.
Jesus.
I'm actually going to take... Yeah, I think I'm going to take critical hit for him. Unless you guys want to decide otherwise.
I don't know how many fate points he has.
He has quite a few.
And critical on the head.
Yeah.
I feel like Jason would take a fate point at that.
I do too. On the head. Yeah. I think you
think so,
always
too.
take. I think you always take a fate on a critical on the head.
Well, I mean,
Like
it's like the worst possible roll because it's on -10 on the table, so it's the worst. It's the last, essentially the last column. I think there's only, let me see, yeah, it's 14% chance that he won't die.
Yeah, I think you would take a fate point.
He will take a fate, very well, but he loses an eye, and of course it's insanity point time. So let's see if... okay, he's going to use his second luck, because it's luck for a different thing. He can do that. Oh, I think he just botched with the luck. Oops. If Jason asks, it's not my fault.
Oh no, it's totally your fault. You did every last one of the rolls.
In that case...
And you don't want the accursed Darius coming after you. You just better hope he stays here and doesn't make a trip to Poland.
In that,
I'm gonna say.
yeah, in that case he gets what's the word? He gets illness, like mental illness, and additional 4 insanity points. Because that's a bot, and I've rolled 4 on d4. Yeah,
And he lost an
he
eye.
lost an eye. Exactly.
All right, so he's now shell shocked and has 5 extra insanity points.
4.
Well, he said +4, but he got the 1.
No,
For
when
you-
you lose, when you take insanity,
okay.
you lose all your insanity points, not just
Okay.
6.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Got it. So now he went from 0 to 4.
Yes.
Got it. Because he already had 6 and got it. All right.
Okay, so in that case,
I was going to say Lucas might be able to pass for the accursed Darius now that he has
yeah, well,
and 2 eyes.
Accursed Darius really got shafted here.
He got a cursed, all right.
Yeah, but I think he doesn't have to worry about those wanted posters anymore.
Yeah, Jubal Falk will never find him now. You look like Darius, but without an eye.
And significantly uglier.
You're
I
free.
mean, significantly uglier.
You're free to go. Now where is that Darius motherfucker? Yeah,
And then he sees me and he's like, "Oh, you definitely aren't him."
yeah. You look like a doppelganger from D&D.
Hey, totally unrelated, but have you seen those video edits where they put Stallone's face on Arnie in the Terminator? I think like clips from Terminator 2.
No.
They're kind of funny. I think they're taking, I don't know which movie they're taking facial expressions from, but it's like, you know, like what's his name, the kid trying to teach him, like, you know, how to have empathy or whatever.
Okay.
He's trying to smile and stuff, and it's Stallone's face on Arnie's body. It's funny.
I'll need to check it. Thanks for that, Sean.
I think they're just like random clips around. Like,
Leopold, you saw one thing. The knight essentially took on a burst of speed, and he unleashed a flurry of blows against poor Vincent. Vincent tried and parried most of them, except the last one, of course. The knight's blade essentially plucked his eye from his left eye from his skull, and the knight followed up with a huge armored elbow strike to the face.
Mhm.
Vincent fell to the ground, completely out. And you know, it's like in the movie, the knight slowly turns his head towards you. The flies are everywhere, but you can see the knight clearly through the flies. After that, it's your turn. What are you going to do?
Same thing. I'm just gonna ring.
Lose an eye?
No, the same thing I've been doing, which is attack him twice.
Okay.
Of course, now I don't get a 10% bonus for having someone help me.
Yeah, and you have minus 10, minus 15 total.
Minus 15 total. All right.
Because
Alright.
minus 10 from the flies, minus 5 from your condition.
Yeah. All right. So I will pray to Sigmar to guide my blade.
For some reason, you don't think the knight cares about Sigmar too much.
Oh, I know he doesn't care about it. I care about it though.
Yeah.
All right. Zoinks! Ha-ha!
Nice!
Eat steel, or whatever this sword is made out of.
Meteorite ore.
There you go. Eat
Roll for
slightly
damage.
radioactive metal.
Yeah.
All right. So D10 plus 5. Sigmar Fury. Yes.
Nice. Roll one more time. So it's like 8 total. Alright, the first blow managed to slice a huge portion of armor from his leg. The second blow was stabbed on... yeah. First of all, your second blow, you need to roll weapon skill. No, wait.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought I got
No,
the second
sorry. No
damage
weapon
from
skill.
Sigmar's Fury.
No,
can roll
yeah,
the second.
you need to roll weapon skill.
Yeah, Sigmar's Fury requires a.
Only after
Oh,
second Sigmar's Fury, you don't roll. You roll only damage.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but this damage. Okay. You know what? No, this damage roll does not stay. Roll weapon skill and then roll normal damage if you hit.
Okay.
I think it's only fair.
Yeah, that's fair. I
Oh,
missed.
that's
Oh.
an impressive botch.
What happens when I botch? I don't want to botch. I'm gonna roll a luck.
All
Fuck
right.
that. I don't want to botch and destroy my only good sword.
Yeah. Or suddenly have your soul sucked into his.
All right, I just missed. Yeah.
You've almost broken your sword. At the last time, you've simply, pulled away the blow, and only the tip of your gladius slid over his leg, but it didn't do any damage. Right. So the only ones who are still standing are Sally and Leopold. Sally, you're up. You saw what happened to Lucas. He's laying there, sizzling. Essentially, you can smell his flesh burning. You can see that all his things on him are dissolving. It's horrifying. The horse roared. It didn't braid. It roared like a beast, like some kind. No, not like a beast. Like some kind of unclean monster. And the flies are everywhere. You swear that you can see them creating those strange threefold patterns in the air, right in front of your eyes. What's your course of action?
All-out attack.
You won't be able to parry or dodge. You know that.
Swift
Yeah,
attack.
I mean, we pretty much need. Or wait, swift attack? Really?
Swift attack is the one where you make your multiple attacks.
Yeah.
All out attack, it gives you like a plus 10 only. I
No,
think.
plus 20.
Oh, okay. Yeah, swift attack then.
Swift attack, but minus 10 for your first attack, minus 20 for the second because of the flies.
Okay, I have 3 attacks total.
So minus 30 for your third attack.
Okay.
Okay?
First.
Minus 10, roll.
Okay.
Yes, it did manage to
Nice.
connect. Wait, let me see. The horse dodged.
Where's this dodge in my attacks?
Once again,
Okay.
you've
You dodged my
Yeah.
first one too.
You've
so.
tried to
Yeah.
strike the animal. It didn't dodge per se. The flies created a sort of wall before it. You've killed probably a few dozen of them, but you swear that they formed some sort of solid wall in front of the unclean animal. Your second attack?
Minus 20, you said?
Nice. Roll for damage. Nothing.
7.
7 total.
7 total. Your second attack was stabbed by the exact same fly wall. Your third attack?
Minus 30.
Yeah. No, your third attack simply didn't connect. The horse will try and trample you into the ground, It also makes a swift attack. Nope. No, but fortunately you are able to dodge every single of its strikes. That said, you never saw a horse attacking like this one. It's, well, needless to say, it's much more intelligent than your normal beast of burden or even a war horse. Leopold, the knight.
Yes.
Essentially, he turns his sword in his one hand, doing a quick 8 in front of him. Salutes you with it very quickly, and then breaks into violence. Let me see. I don't think that did manage.
Out of character, I'm gathering this is some kind of like Nurgle knight or something. It's kicking our ass.
No, the first one did not.
That's what it appears to be.
Yeah, the only thing weird though is the witch was made some references to corn earlier.
All right, the first 2 blows you managed to easily dodge. The third connected with your chest. Are you dodging or parrying?
Dodging.
Because you don't have a parry weapon, I think.
Correct.
Minus 10% dodge. Right. Remember that you also have minus 5% to your agility.
Okay.
You feel, by the way, you feel significantly weaker than day before. You feel sick.
Yep. Oh.
Luck?
I will spend my last luck.
Right, the last luck goes.
What was my... So, I need to roll a 43 or less.
Yeah. Nice.
Aha!
Just at the nick of time, you managed to dodge the knight's blow. It looked at you, tilted his head slightly to the left, and then continue his assault. But now it's your turn.
Alright. Take beat steel, foul, beast.
Minus 20. I presume swift attack.
Yeah, swift
Sorry,
attack.
minus 15, not minus 20, my bad, sorry.
Yeah, minus 15 on the first one.
Yeah.
Boink.
No.
Oh, you bastard.
Second attack?
Nope.
Nope. No, unfortunately not. You are unable to break his guard. He blocks every single one of your attacks. What's interesting is that you, for some reason, think that he fights more like an Imperial than some kind of Northern heretic. He's not a berserker. He fights with this elegant grace. And from up close, you can clearly see that the armor that he's wearing is also of Imperial manufacture. It's a full plate, like that used by the knights. For example, the ones that you saw in Talaheim during the invasion.
Okay.
Also, although those knights did not had an empty cavity full of flies. Sally.
Or a horse that can phase in and out.
Yeah, or horse that can phase in and out, exactly.
Link horse.
I guess swift attack again.
Alright. You try and kill the horse.
Do it.
Minus 10.
Definitely not gonna outrun it, so.
First attack.
Okay.
Second minus 20.
Misses.
Nope.
Oh.
Third minus 30.
Oh,
This is
wow.
not a botch.
No, that's not a botch.
No, he said at least it's not a botch.
Yeah, it's not a botch, yeah. Once again, every single time you try to strike the horse, the flies create a wall in front of it. The horse, suddenly the wall parts, and the horse once again unleashes the acid attack. Minus 20 dodge.
Does he have to roll to hit, or I just have to roll to dodge?
It's a template weapon. You only need to roll minus 20 to dodge. Oh!
Nice.
You did a barrel roll.
That's some Matrix shit right there.
Yeah.
I hope you shouted something really cool and witty too while you did it.
I advise against that because the flies are fucking everywhere and they will get into
that's
your
right.
mouth.
That's right.
Leopold, the knight's blows. You the only thing you can do is to take a few steps back every single round.
Okay.
Because the man is inhumanly strong and also inhumanly talented with the blade. Uh,
Yeah, he chops his own foot off though.
that said, you've picked up a few dirty tricks of your own. And when his attack missed, you quickly struck him with the butt of your sword on his helmet. You felt like clang, like you've struck a bell, a huge, rusted bell. He fell back a few steps, shaking his head like a wounded animal, and he attacks no more in this round. So now it's your turn. He only did one attack instead of 3.
Oh, sweet.
If you want to strike at the man, roll D100.
I will do that.
Nee.
Name of Sigmar.
Nice.
Take that, bitch. Alright.
Unfortunately, he won't. He managed to jump back just in time. Your second attack?
Yep. Huzzah! There you go.
Goes right into his genitals. Roll for
Dodge.
damage.
Nice!
Speaking of some Matrix shit, dodge this.
That's
All right.
this bitch.
Yeah, there you go.
Roll damage. It's like a strike at the head.
Oh. Which head?
Oh, no. Wait, I need to see just one thing quickly. Okay, in his case, unfortunately, it doesn't matter. So it's like a normal torso strike.
He doesn't have balls. I got it.
Yeah.
Only 10 total.
Oh, only 10 total, right. I thought that you rolled 10. Yeah, so you scraped the codpiece. You scraped his codpiece. He instinctively, no joke, put his hand on his junk, but only for a split second. Like, he remembered who he was once. He remembered the joys of having manhood. And of being able to touch a woman.
I like that Leo in this round had 2 dirty tricks.
Yeah. Well, you are fighting really dirty. Sally? You can smell Lucas sizzling. Deep fried. Kentucky Fried Lucas.
Kentucky Fried Hobo.
Like, oh, wait, are you saying I need to put him out?
What?
I don't think you have.
Like,
I didn't think there was anything I could do in that situation.
No. I'm just saying that he's melting.
Okay.
I'm melting.
Yeah.
Like.
I can tell you this: if Lucas was in your position, if the roles were reversed, he'd focus on killing the horse and/or getting his butt out of there. One of the other.
Yeah.
So don't feel too bad about him. What he's trying to say.
No, well, I mean, in Lucas's mind, he doesn't understand because the situation isn't reversed. Why you aren't trying to help him, right?
Yeah.
He expects you to do that, but but if he were in your position, he totally would.
Of course. Okay.
Okay. If I die today, it's for Sigmar.
Of course. Swift attack. No. Second. Double.
God
no.
damn.
Third. No.
Oh, that was the best roll though.
You don't.
But I still die for Sigmar, though. I mean,
Yeah,
you can't take that away from me.
You don't think that Sigmar watches you, especially you think that when you see the horse once again trying. This time it's trying to bite you. And it managed to connect. Are you rolling, dodging, or parrying?
I will dodge.
All right, roll. Nice.
Nice.
Dodging or parrying? Actually, you can only parry right now.
Yeah.
Parry.
There. Nope.
Let me see, Mr. Horse. Mr. Horse is pretty hench. Oh, not hench enough. 8 damage total to your chest.
That will be -7.
No. You still have toughness and you still have armor.
Oh. You said 8 total. Okay. 3 toughness. It's 5 left. 3 armor.
So -2. -1 actually, because you had one hit point, right?
Yeah.
Fate or
I'll take it. I'll take it this time, I guess.
okay. Insanity point for you. Lucas, you also added one for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 1 insanity point for you, Brian, and now we shall roll.
Funnily enough, the insanity points are actually one of my favorite parts of just racking those up. It's great.
Yeah, the insanity points are pretty cool, honestly.
I mean, they're terrible for the character, but it's tells the story.
Yeah.
So you spent a fate point, Brian?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
So you're
I only have 1 fate point left, so I mean.
Oh.
you were on like -1, right?
Yeah.
-1.
It's just a -1, so I mean, hopefully it's not too bad. But
Yeah.
I'll probably use my fate point soon, regardless.
So it's 3. Yeah, I think I'm going to 3. All right. The horse's teeth slashed you across the chest deeply. You feel excruciating pain, and for your next round, you will have additional -20 to your weapon skill until the end of your next turn. Actually, from now until the end of your next turn.
No, well, he's unconscious, isn't he?
What?
Isn't he unconscious?
No, because he took insanity
okay.
points, so he's still in the fight.
Okay.
Now, Leopold, you. The knight, emerged from his stupor after you struck him on the side of the head. He did not enjoy that. But fortunately for you, his first blow went wildly off target. His second blow...
yeah, baby.
Okay, now I need to roll one thing. Alright, his second blow, he almost lost his sword, but he managed to keep his grip on it. And his third... Wow! I never roll so many batches like today. You have a free attack against him. Roll now. A single attack.
That's okay.
Huzzah! -15? No, unfortunately not. Yeah, he's moving like a drunkard right now, like a drunk man. But this time you've managed to seize the initiative, and now you once again rain blows on him. Now it's time for your normal attacks.
Yeah, okay. Doing it.
Yeah.
Huzzah! Miss.
No.
Okay. Second attack.
Awesome.
With is it -20 now?
-15, -25.
Okay, miss.
Right. No, well, your leg is not doing you any favors, as well as what you can only describe as fever, you think? You're not really sure. Sally, you bleed profusely from your chest. Profoundly? Profusely?
Profusely.
Profusely, thank you. But you're still in the fight. You try and stab the horse to death. Stab the horse.
Am I -20 now, or?
-20, -30 total for your first attack.
-30 total. And
-30
the
for your
second's
first.
-40, then -.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can't hit with the third?
You can. If you can, you always hit on 0-1. 0-1 is like the ultimate success. 100 is the ultimate botch. So
So first I need
-30 for your first attack. No. Your second. No. No, -50. Only 0-1 would save you in this case. Because of the blood loss and the pain, you move significantly slower. The pain is considerable. The horse is having none of it. It rears on its hind legs and tries to smash you to death. Fucking seriously. The strength of the blow was such, you've managed to jump back just in time, that the earth quaked Like, Leopold, you also felt that. You see that your adversary is moving slowly towards you. It's going to change strategy and essentially make a feint.
Okay.
What this means is that he's making a single attack. This is a counter weapon skill test.
Okay.
If he wins, you won't be able to parry or dodge his next attack.
Okay.
He rolls 7, which
Fuck
is
you.
a shitload of successes.
Yeah.
You roll,
Alright.
but he also needs to hit you. It's not like he hit automatically. Now he makes us, and I just need to check very quickly if it's actually a single. I think it's a single action feint. I think it is actually.
I have it on here.
Uh,
Feint is a half action.
He spun his sword in his hand. You don't know from where his next strike will come, and then he said he struck right towards your head. And
Okay.
it's 12 total.
Okay, let's see what.
Minus armor, minus toughness, times
Right. So my toughness is 4, my armor is 3, so minus 7 off of his 12.
2. So it's 5 times 2, so for 10
Okay.
total.
I'm still standing.
How much health do you have left?
I have. If I take 10 more points, I've taken 11 out of 17, so I have 6 points left.
Alright, he opened a gash on your forehead, a deep gash. The blood is essentially, cascading down your face. You yelped in pain. He took the advantage from you, but you're still in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I presume multiple attacks.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just writing.
Okay.
Alright. Like, nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
I don't have time to bleed.
Alright, huzzah!
Uh,
You son of a bitch. Alright. Second attack. Come on, money. Nope. Alright.
No, because of the blood, you're not, and because of the flies, you're not able to land a successful blow, unfortunately. Sally, your turn.
All right.
No.
Nope.
Ye-
No, that's minus 40, right?
No. Your next turn. So it's
Yeah.
minus 10 from the flies, minus 10 from your second attack. So 24.
Okay.
So you still managed to connect. Roll damage. It didn't.
Okay.
It didn't all-out attack. It can dodge.
I have a strength of 4, 9.
9 total. Yeah. So you've managed to land the blow. You've nicked it. It's unnatural flesh parted, and once again it's sealed. Your third attack. Minus.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Roll damage.
For Sigmar!
Yes! Roll weapon skill. No. So,
Didn't do anything, though.
how much was it? 10 plus 4?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Could be.
Plus 4? Yeah. It's a strength of 4.
Okay. You've opened up the horse's neck. Normal animal would fall to the ground and died, choking on its own blood. This one is still standing and doesn't care.
Of course.
The horse roars and tramples you. First attack. It actually tries a dirty trick of its own and tries to break your leg with one of its hooves. Are you dodging or parrying?
I'll dodge.
All right, roll dodge.
Oh.
No, at least it's not a botch. I don't think it did anything to you, honestly. We'll check very quickly. 6
6 minus my toughness and
armor. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
It
Just whisked me.
landed a glancing blow. You felt it, but honestly, you didn't even register any pain. Its second attack landed.
Ugh.
This time, the hoof crashed on your arm. Are you parrying, I presume?
I have to parry, yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Nice. All right. Leopold, the knight does the exact same thing. It tries to find a chink in your armor. It managed to do that. Roll for weapon skill.
Yeah.
Remember that we are playing so that opposite tests need to. All right. Go
I
as
think that's
no.
not a success though because of my minuses.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. He rolled 30 out of his weapon skills. You count success numbers.
Right.
He has a couple of more. Even if you would pass, you would only have actually you wouldn't have a single success. You would just pass. Once again, it quickly found a chink in your defensive stance and exploited it. Actually, I need to check this because it's
I hope that misses.
plus 10. Actually, it connected. Because his stats.
Because he's badass.
Yeah, he's pretty hench. Yeah. No, he did not.
Sweet.
Yeah. By 1. But he did not. He almost gutted you. Almost. You've managed to jump blindly back just in time. You can taste your own blood. The flies are everywhere. You don't know if your friends are alive. Well, your comrades, more like. Yeah.
And you were saying, just for clarification on the feint, if he succeeds or if he does the feint successfully,
you can't parry or
cannot
dodge.
parry or dodge.
No.
Correct? Okay, so I'm not going to bother pulling out my dagger then.
No.
Right.
You can, because he just he drops your guard completely, or or finds a weakness in your defensive stance. Whatever you wish, you just can't fight him. I mean, block from him.
Yeah,
block him.
It makes sense.
Yeah, but now it's you.
Yep. All right.
With a name of Sigmar on your lips.
Yes.
Strike the fiend.
Back to the depths of hell.
No, not really.
Son of a bitch. And I don't have a luck point, so that is a botch.
Yeah, I need to open everyone's favorite table. Okay, sorry. All right, roll me D100, Leopold.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
That was loud. Okay. 43.
43. Excellent. Let me see. All right. You've tried to strike at him. He simply stepped to the left and elbowed you in the back of the head. You fell to the ground hard. Your ears are ringing. You lay there, essentially, half deafened, half stunned. You have to lay there for 3 rounds. You can act normally while on the ground, but he will, of course, have bonuses to hit you when you're down. Essentially, it's only +10 for him.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Alright.
Sally. From behind the horse, you see that Leopold fell to the ground. You don't know how badly he's hurt, since the flies are everywhere. You also see Vincent being sprawled there. This does not look good. What are you doing?
Thinking this is the end, I
Beautiful friend.
just scream as I'm swinging.
All right.
I guess I might as well do an all-out attack at this point, right, guys?
Can someone?
Yeah, sorry, that's mine.
Thanks. Okay, so if you're making an all-out attack, you get +20 for a single strike. You won't be able to dodge or parry.
I can't do the other attacks too?
No, an all-out attack is a single attack.
Okay, I'll swift attack then. I'd rather get the extra rolls.
All right.
Swift attack.
Okay. -10. No, actually more than -10, I think. No, -10. Yeah, because of the flies. All right, -20. Second attack.
Oh, that's
Just.
Almost connected. Your third attack, -30.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's just cruel.
Your
That is
blows,
just cruel.
your blows almost connect, but you can swear to Esmeralda that the horse is now toying with you. It's simply, sidestepping, prancing back. It's like a predator toying with its food. And it breathes, once again, it breathes poison. -20 dodge.
Nope.
Let's see the location. It's your arm. I don't know. I think it's your right arm. And damage is 11 total. No, sorry, 6 total. So I don't... minus armor, without armor.
So that'd be 4, so you take 3 points. Right?
Yeah.
No armor, you said?
No armor, but only toughness. 6 total.
6 minus toughness, that's 3.
So
3 wounds go through. I'm already -1.
No. You're not -1. You're 0. You always return to 0 after a critical hit. If that,
So I'll be -3.
Yeah. Also, I need to roll.
I think inevitably, I'm gonna have to fate point out. It's my last fate point.
-3 is actually very tame, honestly. You die
Yeah,
only on.
Remember his warning that we're not going to be getting fate points for a while,
Yeah.
and your luck points are tied to your fate points too.
Yeah.
So you will have no luck points.
You are lucky, but
Yeah, so I would only have 1 luck point per session.
yeah.
No, you would have. Well, you currently only have 1 luck point per session.
He's
No,
like-
No.
I'm lucky, so it's +1.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, that's something.
So
I'll take the hit. What the
Okay.
hell?
Take it. Take it like a halfling.
1 more insanity point for you. So I think you're on 5 right now.
Yep.
1 more, and it's.
I got 5 insanity points this session. That's crazy. In this combat.
I once ran a game where a player had, I think, 2 characters during a 3-hour session. So really, that's not.
Reminds me, I forgot to roll up a backup character.
Yeah, it's not like I want to scare you guys, but do think about backup characters.
Well, I thought backup characters you said were completely like your second character was completely random.
No,
Like-
actually not. I mean, I told you that when we were when we were starting to play together so many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
During that time, I've evolved as a game master. I'm at my maximum power. No, just kidding, of course. I've changed my stance. You can always choose if you wish so.
Okay, cool. Well, I definitely want to play a dwarf next time.
Yeah, of course, it would be cool
Yeah,
if
me too.
you would change if you would find a new. Change your class. Like
Yeah.
I was thinking of trying magic being a sorcerer or something like that.
Actually, at your current limit points, magic is a very good idea. Because magicians in Warhammer suck at lower levels, but are insanely powerful at higher. Like, seriously.
So what he's saying, since this is already a fairly high-level campaign, you'd get enough beginning stat boosts to make it worthwhile.
Yes. Even with minus points modifiers after you die, because there will be a few, it's still worth taking either a high-level priest, if you want to, like, create a Munchkin type character, which of course I advise against because I hate Munchkins. But if you want a strong priest, either take Sigmar or Myrmidia. If you want a strong mage, either take Shaiish, Death Mage, or of course the best school of them all, Light. Light is OP.
Oh, okay.
Seriously, Light is just it's insanely good for healing, for everything. Very, very, very strong school, but it's also hard to roleplay. Because, and I don't want to offend anyone in case I'm going to say, if you're playing a light mage, you play some kind of essentially an autistic person. A very
And it makes that like I used to pretty much not all, when I did run some games. I wouldn't allow elves kind of for the same. They're very hard to role play in this game, and it's just like they're going to be spit on by people, and like I just don't want to.
Well, I'm thinking about banning elves in my games of Warhammer, because playing elves, I mean real elves in the old world, you should play them as I portray them.
I was gonna say my experience in Warhammer so far is they're all assholes, but
yeah.
Well, they are, but they're also hated by everybody, right? Like all the humans don't like them because
no. It's not they're like hated. They are mistrusted / feared / hated / held in awe.
Hey, guys, I need to run to the restroom real quick.
Yeah, 5-minute break, and after that we return.
Sounds good. I'll go make some coffee.
Sounds good.
Sure.
Bye.
Damn it. I'm back.
I'm back.
Me too. So Leopold is the only one left standing now. Is that what's
think
going
so.
on?
Yeah.
Shit.
No, I'm still in, right?
Oh, that's right, because you,
you
took it. You didn't fade out. That's right.
Yeah, I'm about to though. There's really not much else I can do. You know what I mean? Like,
Hello,
I'm
my
a big
pretties! I'm back.
All right.
Oh, by the way, while we're still on a little break, I got to complain about this.
All right.
So you know,
Fuck you, Game Master.
Yeah, everybody talks about how messed up the American medical and like prescription drug system is.
Yeah.
So I got to tell this story that just like pretty much proves it. Every fall and every spring, I get an allergic rash. It's totally normal, other than it's freaking annoying.
Yeah.
This year it got bad enough that the doctor gave me a prescription for it, for basically a steroid cream to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
So I dropped it off. Was told I could pick it up on Thursday. Went by on Thursday to pick it up, and the insurance company rejected it because it was quote unquote too expensive, and they needed to contact the doctor to make sure that I really needed it.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't ready until today because, of course, the doctor said I needed it. She wouldn't have freaking prescribed it for me if I didn't need it. You know. You want to know how much that prescription was?
How?
Probably $200.
$10.
Seriously?
$10.
You know how much of it I already had to pay anyway?
How?
$7.
Oh my God.
They denied me my medicine 3 or 4 days over $3.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but no joke, the only country which has similarly fucked up medical system as you have is Armenia, where if you don't have insurance and you're dying, then fuck you, you will die. And they won't even bring you to the hospital. You will simply die in a ditch.
Yeah.
My fiance is
yeah,
from
same
Armenia.
here though. I mean, it's
No, here, I mean, in the States, from what I gathered, they will take you to the hospital, they will save your life, but then they will essentially charge you probably a few $1 million. Yeah, but, in Armenia, they will just let you die.
Yeah.
But it's the only worse country than the States when it comes, at least as far as I know, I don't know, maybe Somalia or Sudan or Sudan or stuff like that are worse.
Armenia at least gets to pretend to be a first world nation, right?
Not really. I mean, they are modernizing a lot, but they are still very
pretend. I didn't say were.
Yeah.
Well,
yes. Well, I mean, they are changing. That I have to give them. And don't get me wrong. I love Armenia, but I am also rather outspoken when it comes to different countries' deficiencies, especially my own. I mean, essentially in Poland, we are getting to your levels when it comes to medical care. It's cheap here, but it's very poor quality, and waiting times. I have a serious spine problem, and my right leg is almost non-functional right now, and I need to wait almost a month for a neurochirurgeon to see it.
Mm.
And I can't even get up in the morning from bed right now. It's so fucking bad because I'm bent. I'm bent towards to the left.
Mm.
I'm a very tall person, so we do suffer from such things. But it's infuriating essentially that I have a medical care for which I pay every month, and I need to wait almost a month. And then there's a big chance that the doctor will simply prescribe me some meds, which I have enough of because I've already been on 5 different types, and it didn't help.
Yeah, the one good thing is that because it's so profitized here,
Yeah.
it has led to the fact that we have tons and tons and tons of doctors, right? Which means you would never here have to wait a month to get to see it.
Well, yeah, but I'm privately, I'm seeing doctors privately. I'm not in our national medical fund.
What I'm saying is because it is so profitable to be a doctor.
Yeah.
People look at it as we have tons of them because, I'm going to go be a doctor and make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
So we have lots of doctors, which means your wait times tend to not be near as bad as they are in other countries.
Oh, that's good, but when I've heard that you can pay a few thousand for just, a single, medicine, which, for example, in my country costs a few dollars.
$400 for a strep test.
It has its downsides. And, the big story the other one I like to tell is when my second kid was born, they had to give my wife some Percocet. I finally got the bill for it. I could have gone into downtown DC and bought heroin for less than the Percocet cost.
Right, exactly.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean that's the main problem with our system now is that there's no prices set for anything. It's like, well, here's what
it's the Wild West.
Yeah, well, it's like here's what here's what the cost we say it is, and then here's what your insurance agreed to pay, and then and here's how much is covered for you. So it's like, and so it makes no sense. I mean, that's the thing. It's like I think there's been studies where they're talking about these surgical titanium surgical screws that cost maybe $5 a piece, and they're charging thousands of dollars for them. So and it's just if you don't look at an itemized bill of what your thing is, you'll never know how much various things cost. And when I just went in for my doctor thing, they do at the end put out, this is how much we tried to bill your insurance, and this is how much they paid, so this is how much you owe.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, it's here's what we would normally bill. Here's what your insurance said the price was, and then this is how much they paid of it.
Yeah.
Because the insurance company's just going, no, fuck you, we're paying this much, or we're saying it costs this much.
Yeah, when my father was he was in a nasty car accident right before he died. Well, about a year before he died, but I think it's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it damaged him enough that was a big cause of why he died. When he did, they had to airlift him to the nearest hospital, and that was $98,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, thankfully, it took a while, but insurance eventually agreed to cover it all.
Yeah.
But it took
seriously.
a while.
I was gonna say, what the fuck do you have insurance for if it's not to cover life flight?
Yeah.
Anyways, boggles the mind.
Brian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad news, good news. Good news, you're alive. You've added a single instant point, right?
Yeah, I'm at 5. I got 5 in this combat, so...
Essentially what happened was that you've tried to dodge and you've almost managed it, but the stream of acidic poison engulfed your whole right arm. It burned you so hard, so horribly, completely hard, that...
If he screams out again, Daddy, I'm done.
That the arm, you feel only pain. The arm is useless for the rest of the battle, and unless magical healing is provided, difficulty lifting the arm properly will cause a permanent penalty of minus 20% to any weapon skill and strength tests made with that arm. What happened was that your muscle attachments connecting the shoulder blade to the muscles of the upper arm were burned away. So that's it.
And if you need any
weapon strength, okay.
If you need any advice on how to roleplay a bum arm, let me know.
Yeah.
So it's minus 20 permanently?
No.
Unless magically healed.
Unless magically healed, minus 20 to weapon skill and strength test, and right now the arm is useless. You drop your weapon falls to the ground from your dead fingers. you can't use your right arm. The shock and the pain is overwhelming. Mr. Knight. Mr. Knight is once again trying to simply. Actually, no. It will disarm you.
Okay.
Knew I should have gone with my original plan to just try to bargain with him.
I just need to see if he can do this actually.
Hey, did he just botch?
No, I didn't roll for him. I rolled for something else previously.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I just looked up
and by the way, he wouldn't batch on that number. Just so you know.
Okay.
I don't think he actually can do this.
Good.
I mean, I'm not sure honestly, but yeah, I think he needs to have like a special weapon to do this. Honestly.
Okay.
Once again, I almost never did that, and none of my players did that, I think. So I would need to check it out.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you as somebody who used to fence, like all these things that they've taught, that movies have showed us are like crazy sword tricks. They're damn near impossible.
Yeah, I know. Although I do use them in my games because I like movie stuff in my games. Slow motion, dodging,
right?
Making aids with your swords. I know that it's completely impossible to do, almost possible to do in real life, as well as you never hold the sword on your back in real life.
Yeah, well, and things like it being so easy to fight with two-handed or two weapons. That takes years of training.
I know.
And honestly, you really kind of naturally need to be ambidextrous on top of it.
Of course. Actually, that is pretty well done in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. If you want to be ambidextrous and fight with two weapons, not fight and block, you need to be ambidextrous and have a couple of other skills as well. All right. So in that case, sorry, Sean, he'll simply try. He'll try feint. So he rose, and no. He didn't do that, unfortunately. So yeah, he tried to feint, but this time you were ready. You quickly, sidestep.
Mm-hmm.
From
I sidestep from the ground.
Oh yeah, sorry. In that case. Oh yeah, I forgot that you were on the ground. All right. In that case, you roll to the side.
Okay.
And but your ears are ringing. You still see multiple knights in front of you. You can attack from a prone position if you wish so, but it's minus, I believe it's minus 20. No, it's actually minus 10. Sorry.
Okay, so that would be a
minus
total of
25 for your first attack, minus 35 for your second attack.
Okay.
You wish to do so?
Yeah. I don't see any point in not attacking him every chance I'm still breathing.
Okay, excellent. Minus 25 for your first attack. You try to stab him. No.
Miss.
Minus 35 for your second attack.
Zoinks.
No.
Nope.
You stab at him in vain. The fact is that your sword is pretty short, and you can't even reach him, unfortunately. He's actually standing too far from you. That's why you've missed, by the way. It's like, in game terms, of course, if you would hit, you would hit, but because of your head wound and your ears ringing, you have problems with in-depth vision, so to speak.
Yeah.
So, Sally, you're up. It's not looking good for you, unfortunately.
All I could think to do, so I'm in combat with a horse.
Yeah.
Leopold's on the ground in combat with the knight.
Yes.
So it's pretty much impossible to try and run to Leopold and, let's leave.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
I would have a horse running me down, essentially.
I was going to say, I think you'd probably be trampled by the horse before you got to me.
You would receive a free attack from the horse.
Right.
A single free attack.
Yeah, I think you need to not disengage. And you just need to attack him with your dagger hand.
I think you need to go berserker halfling style on him.
Yeah. I just get the one attack now.
You can still make multiple. You can still multiple attacks with your left hand, which is your worst hand, unless you're ambidextrous.
I don't think I am.
So you just get an extra -10.
Or -20 even.
Oh, is it -20? I
Yeah.
didn't realize that.
I will need to see.
Sorry, I just threw out a number. I don't really know.
Yeah.
just thought it was-
Wait. Yeah, -20.
Shit.
Okay.
So I think so. That means that if you attack, you essentially only get one attack then, because I think you're or unless you roll a 1. A 0,
Yeah,
1.
because for your first attack it will be -30, -20 for your offhand, -10 for the flies. For your second attack, -40. For your third attack, -50.
Okay, so I need a 14, then a 4, and then a 1.
Yeah.
Okay,
Do it.
I'm gonna swipe with the dagger, and I'm cursing entirely and not even making sense anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the best roll.
Yeah, let's go for a 1.
Big Mark Fury.
No.
No. You
Nice try, though.
swipe at the monster with your dagger. It's not working as intended. Unfortunately.
I'm not sure I expected it to work.
The horse looks at you contemptuously and tries to grind you into dirt. By the way, you can't parry now unless you declare, because you don't have 2 weapons, and you can only
Okay.
parry if you have a weapon in your offhand while holding a weapon in your normal hand, like your good hand. So you can only dodge.
What's blowing my mind about this so much is that, I mean, obviously I wasn't doing enough damage, but like I was having no problems hitting him whatsoever. It was just, this thing is loaded with dice and, I mean, with HP and, his dodging ability and stuff. But
Yeah, well, anyway, it brings its hooves mightily on your legs. Are you dodging or parrying? Sorry,
I'll dodge.
Are you only dodging? Sorry, yeah, forgot that you can only dodge.
Yeah.
Nice, very nice. You've jumped away just in time. The knight changed tactic, and once again, he tries and just rain blows down on you, Leopold. The first connects with your arm.
I'm at minus what to dodge?
Minus
I
10
forget.
and minus
Okay.
5 agility.
Okay, so minus 15 altogether. I just have to where is it? There it is. Boinks. Nope.
I don't even see the roll because roll 20 is like work.
I rolled an 87. My dodge is 58
Okay.
without any any minuses. So
6, and I believe it's in his case it's 5. It's 12 total.
12 total. Okay.
Towards your left arm.
Okay. Well, I do have armor, so 12. So so I absorb 7 with my toughness and my armor.
Yeah.
So that 5 get through, and where is it? Hey, I have now 16 wounds out of 17 possible.
Excellent. No, and his third. His first strike, open up your arm. His second missed. His third goes towards your right arm.
Okay. Am I allowed to dodge that, or is there
No,
nothing
because you've already
I
dodged.
can... Yeah, already dodged. Okay.
And this time it's for 13.
So that means that 6 get through, and I was already on 1. This is my right arm now?
Yes. So it's minus 5, I presume.
Yes.
The thing about this swordsman is that you saw when he strikes at you, the flies part before his blows, while they swarm you when you try to strike him. It's as if is as if he's controlling the flies. Yeah, and the second blow
Where's a can
connected.
of Raid when you need it?
Yeah, the second blow connected. Are you are you taking the critical or are you burning fate?
I'll take the critical.
In that case, insanity point for you. How much do you have left? Before
I now have 7 insanity points, but I have the strong-minded, so I don't check.
I think one more before you need to roll.
Right.
I think it's 8.
Yep.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so -5. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Okay. 53 -5. Okay.
People's arm comes off.
There's a big chance for that, actually. Cutting damage, I must see cutting damage. Arm. Yeah. No joke. He lobbed off your arm at the elbow. Blood pumps out in bright spurts, and roll me 20%.
Okay.
Just roll 20%. It's not a skill.
Just roll a d100. Get under 20%.
Yeah.
I rolled a 46.
The shock is so that you're not fainting yet, but you realize that your arm is laying on the ground. And you know that if left untended, you will bleed out.
And you know that if left untended, that's a very bad thing.
Yeah. You're up. You're standing there, dumbstruck, looking at your arm still holding the silver gladius. The swordsman reversed the grip lightly in his hand, and you swear that you could hear through the buzzing of the flies a single word: brother.
Brother.
It's only a flesh wound. It's only a flesh wound. It's only a flesh wound.
Said in a deep, resonant voice, a noble voice, but also one that spoke to you through the flies. What are you going to do?
I'm going to try to pick up the sword in my left hand.
Fucking hardcore, I love it. Alright, you quickly stoop, grab the sword in your left hand. It's a single action.
Yeah.
The knight looks at your sword, he looks at you, and he nods with respect. What? And you attack the man.
Yeah.
Okay, just let me check very
I
quickly.
get -1 billion.
-15, -35 to your first. Yeah, -35 to your first strike.
Nope.
No, you've slashed weakly at him. He simply swatted the blade away without even trying. Bing. Sally?
I'm gonna keep swinging with the dagger, cursing in Thailand.
All right. Through the pain haze, you swear that you see Leopold fighting with his left hand. You don't know why.
And he's holding his right arm with a sword in his hand.
Yeah, you're holding the arm, holding the sword.
Yep.
For bigger reach. All right, Sally, stab the horse with the knife. Shank the fucker. Holy shit! I think you managed to do
Nice!
just that.
I rolled twice by accident, but I get 3 rolls anyway, right?
Yeah, because minus... Yeah, okay, so, I mean, the horse does not dodge because he made an all-out attack, so you roll for damage, and it goes into his eye.
Sweet. Kill.
That's
Uh,
10.
10 minus 2, 8. Because remember that when you're fighting
Oh,
with
minus
dagger...
20. Yes, sorry.
No, with dagger it's minus 2. But that was enough. You've struck the monster with your dagger. It went right up the hilt into its left eye. The horse howled in pain and then simply disappeared in a puff of stinking acrid smoke.
Nice.
It collapsed on itself essentially. You're standing there, covered in flies and blood. Your right arm is useless. You only feel the pain, but you don't feel the arm. But you're standing there, and someone really needs to make a fucking artwork out of this. Essentially, it's so awesome.
Where is Jason when you need him?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if I draw it, it'll be stick figures.
Or or maybe even a diorama using Warhammer Minis.
Can I yell at the knight?
Yes.
Like after I take the horse down, like, hey! Like,
Alright.
just so he remembers I'm here.
Alright, you yell at the knight, hey! The knight listens, and he approaches you and slices at you. Of course, Leopold, you have a free attack against him.
Sweet.
He completely ignores you. He just passes you by. Yeah, and it's like you've tried to strike him with your left arm. He grabbed the edge of the sword and pushed it away as if no, stop it.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Yeah,
Just
he calmly approaches the halfling and raises his sword and and slashes.
And that's where we're gonna end it today. No, I'm just kidding.
It goes towards your right arm.
I don't need that anyway.
You can we are talking about Sally.
Right. Well, yeah, his right arm is messed up too.
Sally.
We're calling ourselves the left hand bunch now.
the lefties. Yeah, don't. Okay, let's not get into politics, please. Sally, you can dodge if you wish.
Okay.
I don't know if you even have if you have minuses to dodging or not. Let me quickly check.
I think he just has the minus 20 to strengthen his right arm.
Yeah.
And weapon skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've jumped back just in time from the blow, but you see that the knight is concentrating on you now. Leopold, roll 20%. And
41 again.
okay,
40s.
and I also need to check very quickly. Okay, there's still surprisingly almost no pain in your right stump, but the amount of crimson that you produce is impressive, and you know what this means. You can feel the cold creeping slowly towards your chest. Yeah. So, what are you going to do? If you want to attack the knight, you need to approach and strike at him.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay, you get plus 10% from Sally fighting him.
Okay, so only minus 5.
Yeah, so it's like...
Or no, sorry.
Minus
so
20, minus 15, plus
Yeah.
10, so minus 25.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Yes!
He's not going to dodge roll damage.
Wow, he's taking it out
Get
of
it.
Kitty.
For Sigmar.
Big Mars. Oh, hold on, let me get the 5 in
This is a
there.
pretty epic battle. Like, we're getting our asses kicked, but it's like...
Not quite Sigmar Fury, but 14 points is the max damage I can do, pretty much.
You've opened up his armor on
Oh wait, I get 15. Don't I get +1 from Mighty Blow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did.
Oh no, that's already there. Sorry,
That's
I already
already there?
added it.
Alright.
I already added in. That's 14. Okay.
Okay, so I need to just now I need to quickly roll on his.
This is pretty epic.
Yeah, you've opened up his right arm completely from like striking at him from the back with your left arm holding the bloody gladius. He glanced towards you, not even emitting a single sound of pain or discomfort. And he's still, swinging his sword, although now you have a feeling that he's going to try attack you and the halfling. Halfling, you're up. Stabby.
Yeah, let's do it with the dagger.
Oh!
Nice.
This he will dodge. This time, he, with his left hand, he grabbed your left wrist, and once again, he pushed it simply back, as if to saying, no, don't stab me. Please, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. And now,
Next one.
he's directing 2 attacks towards Sally, 1 attack towards Leopold. He simply whirls around, slashing his sword at you. He is bleeding profusely, you can see that. He bleeds like this black clotted blood, which stings horribly. Essentially, the man stinks like a corpse, honestly. But for some reason, he's still in the fight. Sally, first attack. It hits.
Oh!
Yes. You can dodge. You can
Okay.
dodge. You can play.
Nope.
Nope. He tries to impale you with his mighty sword. He impales you for 11 damage.
11 minus toughness of 3.
And armor.
3 armor. That would be 5 in the negative.
Yeah, no, -4 because you're on. No, you're on 0. Yeah, only after fight you are on 1. So you're on 0. So 11 minus 5 or -6? -6.
It's minus 6. I have 3
so
toughness and 3
it's
armor.
-5 in that case.
I think I should tap out.
Well, your call.
Or, you know what?
Or
That's kind of like in the middle. 5 damage, right?
Yeah. I mean, Leopold took, I think, 6. Or 5, I
Yeah,
don't really know.
I think it was 5.
He lost an arm.
Quiet, Leopold, you're not helping.
I just need to I just need to cauterize the stump and
No, but
tie a sword
I mean,
on it.
all things said, I wrote rather highly for Leopold on the critical table. So also take that into account.
The only reason I faded out when I did was because he got to re-roll it and take the worst of the
Oh
two.
shit! By the way, I forgot about his strike to injure.
I know that's why I purposely didn't say anything. No offense.
Oh! Your dick just dissolved.
Yeah, you've seen my pockmarked face. That's all. The only good it ever did me.
Yeah. No, of course I'm kidding. It does not. It didn't dissolve. Don't worry. I'm not bitter. Or anything. Anyway, Sally, are you rolling or?
I'll take it.
You're taking.
I'll take the hit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so first of all, you've reached once again 6 insanity points. Roll willpower. Nice. Okay, let's see. You see, nothing will happen. Very nice. 27. I rolled 27, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 9. And he struck you right in the chest. Oh, one of my players had this. You will live, but it's nasty. Essentially, what happened? He didn't. He at the last moment, he switched the grip on his sword and he plunged it into your belly and groin. What he did was puncture your bladder. You can smell ammonia as urine spills from the wound and onto the blade.
Ooh.
You roll -10 willpower. First of all. Very well.
Nice.
Damn, these are some good rolls.
It's a shame he couldn't get those good rolls when he was fighting the horse earlier.
You will suffer a penalty of -20% to all actions for the rest of the battle. Fortunately, urine is more or less sterile, meaning you only have to make a -10 toughness test right now.
Nope.
Oh, actually, that's kind of bad.
Yeah, I can tell you in the real world, that's a death sentence.
Yeah. Roll me d10.
Well, if this is it, then
Okay, 8.
that was a good last fight.
Now I need to quickly note something in my GM notes. Okay, but that's not all. That's not all.
Those are never words you want to hear.
Yeah, and where had my friend? Holy shit! Okay, wow. Yeah, someone really versed in medicine has written that because yeah. Anyway, okay, yeah, that's it. However, that was I think only the first of his attacks, unless prove me wrong.
Yeah, I think. Well, I
Yeah.
don't know what the.
Yeah, it was the
six
first.
was.
It was the first. I can see it. It was no. Sorry. Wait. Yeah, it was first. 66, and now 2 more attacks. Brian, I will need you to count days if you survive this battle. It will be very important.
Okay.
Okay. Now let me roll. He removed the blade from your abdomen and slashed towards your right arm. You can't do anything, honestly. You're all pain. There's only pain. There's nothing else. And now, only 7. That said, you don't have any armor on your right arm. It dissolved. Or rather, you have you have only a single point of armor. So 7
minus 4.
total.
So 3.
So -3. Take it like a champ.
Yeah.
Insanity point, you know what to do. -20% for this roll. Okay, zero your insanity points. I will think about something.
I have an idea.
Okay, sure. If you survive, then go for it. That said, okay, what was it? -3, right?
It's going to be a burning, murderous hatred for the rest of us.
Yeah, it's -3.
Actually, that might just kill you. I will need to see. Oh, I think you just joined Leopold Club.
Got his arm cut off.
Yeah, because just let me see, 81, 12.
Telling you, lefties.
Yeah. 12. Oh no, it's worse. It's worse.
How come? Is it more of his arm cut off? Is that?
All right.
Shoulder?
Both arms.
What essentially this knight right now is just toying with you. He calmly removed the blade from your belly, and you can smell your blood mixing with urine. And then he brought Leopold. You can see that with horror. He brought his blade down onto his shoulder, severing the collarbone. Now I need to roll 50%. So 150. No, so that's a good thing. Mm. More -20 to all weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, and agility test until your wound characteristic is fully restored and the stump healed. He slashed off. Severing the collarbone. He slashed off your entire right arm, not just elbow. Your entire right arm is gone.
Okay.
So tell us about this dwarf you had been thinking about.
Actually, it's written strange. Even if he survives the blow, the arm will be useless and he'll suffer. It's fully restored and the stump healed. Actually, I think what this means is that your arm is not gone. It's like hanging on a few tendons.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I say that's worse.
And then there's his third attack.
But that's not going against Sally though. So
That's going against Leo.
Yes.
sorry, Leo. I just had to make sure. You know, he suffered enough.
No, I would have reminded him.
If I survive, he might be worth retiring anyway.
Fortunately, his third attack, Leopold, he telegraphed it, so you were able to prepare yourself, and you've stopped it just in time with your left hand. Although you feel noticeably weaker. Now it's your turn. Roll me 20%.
Ish. There's a way to... Nope.
You can feel the coldness spreading, but your faith in Sigmar makes you stand tall and proud. Sorry. Sally is almost gone. You can see that he is a ragged mess. His burnt right arm is hanging on a few tendons. He has a huge gaping wound in his belly, and you can see yellow and red coming, just coming from it, like a cascade. His chest is a ragged mess. You're almost sure that it's over. Please tell me your next course of action.
By
the way, Brian, I think from now on you're attacking on 0-1 always, I believe, because the penalties are stacked so high.
Yeah. It seems like, because he's stacked up at least a -40.
I think even 45, honestly.
Yeah, no, probably more because of the flies and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking -40 is just...
minus 40 from wounds themselves, plus -10 from the flies, so it's -50. I am going to tell you one thing after the battle, but first let's
see if there is an after the battle, because
Yeah, let's do you in. No, I'm kidding, of course.
Yes.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not, but I pretend I do.
Leopold.
Your balls dissolved. Be quiet.
Yeah. Leopold kisses his sword and attacks the.
With a trembling hand, you kiss the sword, which you think was a probably fucking stupid idea since you've just plunged it into an arm of something full of disease. Almost.
I'm already diseased and out. I don't care.
All right, and then you simply rain down blows on the fiend.
Yes.
So rain down blows on the fiend. No.
Miss. And then second one even worse. I don't remember what that is.
No.
Miss.
He simply, it's not even fighting. It's like, ugh. He simply steps to the left, steps to the right.
Step to the left.
Step to the right.
Step to the right.
Sally, what's your course of action?
Is he still holding me, or am I just kind of
No, he's
crumpled?
not holding you. It's for dramatic purposes only.
Okay.
Sally's hoping for a cuddle.
I'm kind of my arms weakly hanging off by a thread, and I'd weakly say, "I still got your horse, you smelly motherfucker," and then I swipe at him with my dagger.
All right.
So I need a 1.
Yeah.
No.
You know what though? If you're gonna
do I
go
still get the
out-
other attacks?
Yeah, you can. Second.
If you're gonna go out, you go out in style.
Ah! Okay.
It's like, you're stabbing his armor. It's like clank, 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 clank. Stuff like that. Yeah. Just let me see one thing very quickly. Oh, it's a cumulative penalty, by the way. Minus 10% to all weapon skill, ballistic skill each turn.
Ah!
No. Wait. My bad. No, it would happen if you would roll under 50. All right. Okay, so in that case, good. Wait a second. Oh yeah, here it is.
Come back, ghost, cut your balls off.
Okay, so it's his turn. Actually, he will probably finish what he started. So he takes notice of you, Sally, and he just rains down a flurry of blows on you. Yeah, the first one connects. You can dodge 0-1. No. 54. So I guess it's your hand. I believe your left hand. It's for 15 damage.
I'm using that last fate point.
All right. Yeah. So you've tried to block with your dagger. The sword destroyed the dagger. Essentially, it exploded into 1,000 pieces. It thundered down. By miracle, you've managed to position yourself so that you were only hit with the flat of the blade so hard that you flew back unconscious. Although you still lose, your whole clothing on your left arm is shredded because of that blow. And he, of course, since he declared all of his attacks into Sally, Leopold, 20%, please.
All right. Looks like. Aha!
Nice. Yeah.
If you take this guy down, it's going to be a tale for the ages.
All I know is I'm taking advantage of my really ugly burns when I kill the butcher.
Okay.
I'm gonna break in at night and make him think it's give him
Freddy
something
Krueger.
scarier. Give him something. Give him something that's to fear far more than that night.
Bugger him
Oh,
to
and
death.
it's gonna be painful. It's gonna be bad.
All right, Sean, multiple attacks.
Yes, but first I say,
I don't see. Oh yeah, you're saying something. Okay.
I'm monologuing.
Yeah, but it's essentially.
Yeah.
For Sigmar.
Yeah, it's like my hourglass has almost run its course.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
I
really
will now-
tough to fit in the roleplay stuff discussion.
Like
Yeah.
I will
glad
now
somebody got
smash it
points.
in your face.
Yeah, and I've prepared.
Huzzah! Oh!
No. Your first blow didn't even came close to him.
Ah.
Your second blow.
Essentially, I think we're now at the just a flesh wound phase.
Yes.
Bite your kneecaps off.
No.
Nope.
No. He turned towards you. He looked at you. He simply, shook his head. And he attacks. And it goes into your eye. It goes
into my eye?
Yeah. Dodge.
Okay.
Fate point.
Dodge.
I'll try to dodge first, but if
Okay.
I don't dodge,
Yeah.
I'm,
Don't try to take that one.
oh, sorry, my thing is wigging out here.
Well, I mean, I still need to roll damage for him, so you know.
Well, that's dodge blow. Sigmar's Fury. Aha!
Yes! Wait, minus with your minuses? You managed to do that? Minus 15.
Well, I rolled a 9.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see if your arms actually allow you for that. because he...
Oh, because I had taken so many.
Yeah, several at the elbow, minus 20% fighting from loss of blood. No, actually not. Yes, you've managed to actually dodge this blow. You saw in slow motion the tip of his sword coming towards your eye, and you said, no. And you've dodged. Because you're cool like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wink. But then, his second attack comes. This time towards your chest.
All right.
Let's see the damage. And it's 10.
Oh! Yeah, he's a fate point.
16 points total to the chest.
Yeah, the sooner you use a fate point, the sooner that this can be over.
Yeah. Well, so just as an exercise, I'm not going to take that, but let's just. So I don't have any armor on my chest because it was destroyed several villages ago.
Okay.
So that would only be my toughness. So what you said, it was 16 points
Yes.
I took. So that would be 12 points to
you
my
would be
chest.
dead. You would be dead essentially.
Well, I'm already at -5 supposedly, or 0 or whatever. So
minus 12. Yeah, minus 12 is essentially that you are dead.
Mhm.
So you're taking fate, I presume.
yeah, I'm taking a fate point.
Right. You've what you did was, when he like pulled back the blow from your head and quickly stabbed towards your chest. You know that there's no chance that you're going to dodge it or parry it. There's no chance at all.
Mhm.
So, with a prayer on your lips, you've tried to deflect it. Anyway, with your sword.
Or with his massive balls.
Or with your massive steel balls. The tip of your gladius
Yes.
touched the tip of...
Just the tip.
Sorry.
My purple gladius.
No homo, okay? Touch the tip of his black sword.
But he was thinking of a woman the whole time.
Sure.
No eye
So
contact.
it's
okay.
totally cool.
Yeah. Yeah, sure it is. It touched the tip of his black iron sword.
Okay.
Of his
Tip-
black
this-
iron sword,
Yes.
and in slow motion, your gladius, a net of cracks, like emerged on the blade. I want to say veins, but just in time I stopped myself. Sorry, and it exploded into 100 pieces, which for some reason all flew directly into the Black Knight. It's as if this explosion was somehow attracted to him. The fiend.
Your tip was somehow attracted.
Well, as magnets attract metal. It's not. That's what I
Metal
meant.
shark bukake. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. The silver shards pierced his armor in dozen places, and he fell back to one knee, clutching his many wounds. You see that he brought up his head. He looked at you. You don't see his face, but you can feel that whatever passes for his eyes under that helmet, he probably squinted.
Mhm.
Through the wings of the flies, through the buzzing, you can once again hear the word, brother. And then he swooshed his cloak around him. The flies buzz madly around you. You don't see anything except their black, oily, shining bodies. And then they've dispersed. Yes, and then they've dispersed.
Their oily, shiny bodies glistening in the sun. As
Yes.
they leave.
as they rub oil into their abs. Then they've dispersed, and it's like they were never here. Neither is the night. You're standing alone right next to Elise's hovel, surrounded by bodies of your friends. Last man standing. The word of Sigmar on your lips. Unfortunately, no one is here to patch your wounds. Which means that... do you have any sort of first aid?
I believe I do not.
Do you? Alright. You are bleeding to death. You know that you only have a few seconds before you die. Do you have any actions you want to take? Do you have any declarations?
Can you still use a fate point?
Yes, I mean he will have to use a fate point if you won't come up with something very quickly.
Oh well, I already so I have to use an additional fate point to not die. Got it. From my wounds.
Yeah,
okay.
Unfortunately, yes.
All right. Well, I can't think of. I mean, I start a fire and then shove my elbow into it.
Yeah, actually, you
If-
can
if-
cauterize the wound if you have a way to start the fire.
Let
Or
me.
if you can always check the hovel.
You can always just push it up against my sizzling corpse.
Acid cauterize.
Actually, that's not a stupid idea.
All right. Then I'll see.
Yes.
I'll see him smoldering, and I'll try to burn it shut on
All right,
his.
You fall to you fall to your knees right next to naked, sizzling Lucas, covered in acid, and you fondle his chest with your stump,
Mhm.
and it works. It actually works. You of course scream in pain. It's unimaginable pain as the acid reacts with your open wound. But after a few seconds, before you lose consciousness, you see that you're not bleeding anymore. But then, you fall to the ground. The pain and stress are too much for you. And that's
Okay.
it for today's session. Since we are reaching our mark.
Or was it you were going to tell us after the battle?
Yeah, I mean, actually, we can play for a few minutes more if you guys wish, but...
No, you said you were going to tell us something after the battle.
Well, what I want to say, first of all, I hope that you guys are not frustrated, because I know that I probably would be if I would be sitting in your shoes. But essentially, that's the problem with Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay when you reach higher levels. At least that's my problem. Because this adventure, of course, is constructed for people who have first or second career, something like that. So I had to modify it for your power level, which is essentially very high, because you have 5,000, 6,000 XP, something like that.
7,000.
Yeah, 7,000 XP. When I was running, because I finished the 1,000 Thrones second time last year with my with one of my groups, and people they had 7,000 points at the very end. That said, those guys were making very strong characters, less climactic, more powerhouses. But yeah, they had mages, on 7,000 points. Mage on that level can essentially, if he's left alone, he can do anything. And that's what I want to say is that right now I will try and like make it better next time, but the campaign itself and probably 99% of scenarios, both official and unofficial, are not made for this kind of level.
Yeah, if we reach a point where we just need to start again at first level or something,
yeah,
but
but
I'm fine with
that's the thing. I don't want you, because that's the problem. You have those characters for so long, and they are so they're so climactic. That wouldn't be fair for me to tell you, to ditch them, and I honestly don't think you should. But just what I want to say, essentially, because I don't want to rant for too long, is that I will try and make future encounters better, but just expect me to to not do a very good job of it, because this knight on his basic stats was a bitch. Seriously, he was a pushover. Not for intended power level, but for your power level, he's he's not.
Well, the thing about Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay is that should never be the case, right? We're always supposed to be weaker than.
Yeah. I mean, I know,
Yeah.
but that's the thing. You are supposed to be weaker, but the higher the level, the player level,
Right.
It's harder for
The more
me.
exponential.
Yeah, it's harder for me to create enemies that are stronger than you, but not OP. At least in second edition, it's much easier, even by accident, to make a monster like this guy. And I didn't even really, I was trying to not to make him too hard, but yeah, I failed. So I just hope that you're not angry or anything. I will try and make things better next time.
We're not. Vincent might be. He might hunt you down.
Yeah, I know. But he'll have.
But we're good with it.
He'll have to find me first, and it's impossible because I'm in all places at once. Whatever this means.
And I'm going to be quite honest with you. I'm kind of surprised you haven't purposely killed us off yet.
I mean, I never do this. I never kill the party on purpose. By I'm saying I'm going to kill those fuckers.
No. I mean, because things and I think you alluded to it earlier that we're not going to be getting lots more fate points, right? That's you could kill us off that way in the sense that we just eventually run out of fate points. You could have started that a lot sooner, and I'm kind of surprised you didn't, just because Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay with high powered characters, as you've said, I personally I wouldn't begrudge you that at all. But then I tend to have always roleplayed in games where survival was never guaranteed to begin with, so I'm not offended at the thought of my character dying. That's what happens when you live that kind of life. You live by the sword, die by the sword. It happens.
Yeah. I mean, I have the exact same feeling. That's why I never liked D&D or games like that.
Right.
Because I honestly think that there's no tension where you can essentially get resurrected.
Right.
Amass enough gold and you have what amounts to a hyper evolved chamber or some shit from Star Trek when you just get inside and emerge.
Right.
That's why I love Delta Green. That's probably my new favorite system of all time.
How does that work compared to because I've got the original Delta Green.
It's better. I mean, it's more... at first glance, it's more action-oriented because you are Federal agents mostly, but you can play academics. But I like it a lot because it's it's set in modern times. It has this paramilitary feel which I really like in my games, especially in modern games. I'm interested in these things privately, spy stuff, espionage, intelligence gathering, black ops, stuff like that. It's one of my hobbies. I like to read about this. I like to watch movies and documents about this. I played very little Call of Cthulhu, although I did watch a lot of podcasts, and I can safely say that Delta Green is a much, much cooler game. It's seriously, it's easy, it's fast, the rules are very easy. That's one thing I hate about Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, is the combat system. We've run a single combat today for 3 hours. And my record was 6-hour combat. A few years ago, when I was running a finale of campaign, they were fighting a demon prince for 6 hours. They were so high level that he couldn't hit them. He was so high level that they couldn't hit him. And essentially it was like a whack-a-mole, you know. He tries to swat at them, they try to swat at him. We've started at 7 p.m, we've ended at like 2 or 3 a.m, I think. Yeah, that's one thing I dislike greatly about Warhammer Fantasy, unfortunately. And one thing that I really like about Delta Green is that combat is fast, intuitive, and of course very, very deadly. So yeah,
well,
yeah.
I mean, even the old Call of Cthulhu. So the original Call of Cthulhu system is actually really similar to Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it much like Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay is, you know, you tend not to live long, and you know, all combat is deadly.
Yeah, I mean, in Delta Green even more so, because I'm not sure if in Call of Cthulhu it's if this rule exists, but in Delta Green you have something called lethality rating. So, for example, if you fire a heavy machine gun or use a grenade or rocket launcher, you have a few % chance to simply kill your target. No rolls, nothing. You roll percentage, and your target is dead.
I can't remember, but I will, because it's been years since I played, even though it's probably my favorite game. You know, you're talking like 1920s tech, though, so really, you know, there's just not that stuff there that kills a person outright. You know? The way that it does now, you know, I mean, obviously a bullet to the chest can always kill somebody outright. But,
yeah, of course.
But there's a big difference between hitting somebody with a 22 caliber pistol bullet and hitting somebody with, you know, an RPG.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
and in fact, I would say, you know, an RPG should probably pretty much always be an instant kill. But, you know.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of Delta Green. Essentially, RPG I think has 25% lethality rating, while I was once playing Dark Heresy many years ago, and you know, there was this scene that one of the operatives, Inquisitor operatives, was hiding behind a wall, a very thin wall, and the cultist fired an RPG at him, and my game master was, you know, doing this strictly by the book. And so, after everything, this man, who was hiding behind a thin plaster wall, and I repeat, was hit by a fucking rocket launcher, was simply knocked down. I remember it was so anticlimactic for me, you know, not because my friend's character didn't die, but it was like, there's no tension.
Well, and that's, you know, that's also one of the reasons I'm not big on modern games anyway. You know, I like the idea of Delta Green, and specifically what I like the idea of Delta Green for is taking D&D players and, you know, confusing them.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, even Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 2nd Edition players, like I've said, because if you know the system very well and you've read every single book, you know every single errata, you can make character in 2nd Edition Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay which is very hard to kill. Very, very hard. It's, you know, it's power, it's min-maxing, it's right. Making a Munchkin character. But for example, Bretonnian Knight, without an errata, with a certain blessing, essentially always, when he rolls 10 damage, even if the 10 damage won't pass, so he only needs to roll, for example, 6 on his dice, plus 4 from his strength, yeah, so 10, it automatically inflicts a critical wound.
Yeah, that's
what
a little over.
This means that, for example, if he would be surrounded by 3 Bloodthirsters of Khorne, and it would be his turn, and he would divide his attacks between 3 of them, and rolled 3 times 10, he can solo 3 Bloodthirsters in a single round. I mean, of course, it's, you know, still RNG, he still needs to roll, but let's just say that he has Strike Mighty Blow. On the level that he gets the blessing, he will at least have 4 to 5 strength. He will perhaps have a magical sword, or a sword, best quality sword, which in itself does not inflict additional damage, but does greatly increase the chance of him hitting. Yeah, think about it for a while. That's why, by the way, if you're interested in that, I'm saying it right now. The Bretonnian source book, Knights of the Grail, is no-go in my games. Because I had a player who did something like that, and it simply breaks the game. It makes you not wanting him to fight anything, because it doesn't really make sense, because he will have higher initiative even in his armor, because he's a knight, and the knights have a huge bonuses to initiative.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, combat in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, not very good. And I love the game. So okay, guys, I think we'll end it here. You are pretty mauled. Essentially, if you want your arms back, you will need to spend fate points. It is possible. If you want. One fate point, one arm, or rather one fate point, one injury. So, for example, Brian, if you want to, also fill your stomach, so to speak, you need to spend one fate point for this as well.
I don't have any more fate points, so it is what it is.
Oh yeah. Okay. So okay. The rest of you.
I might retire him if I survive.
Okay. Okay. So the rest of you. Think about what you want to do. Andy, you are essentially naked.
Yep.
You're a humanoid figure.
I'm figuring I look a lot like Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
Yeah.
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 I'd say Deadpool. It sounds about right.
Yeah. You have your weapon, your weapons and few buckle for your belt buckle is there. Metal buttons, stuff like that. But other than that, you're just laying in the pool of goo, which was your gear. Sean, you've only lost your arm, right?
Yes, I believe that was the only thing.
Okay.
In addition to my shattered pelvis and whatever disease I have.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Elven medallion, backpack.
No,
everything.
Elven medallion is there.
Oh, nice.
But I don't know where you will want to hide it.
Yeah. But we had our gear on us, right? We had all our gear on us, right?
I think so. Yeah. You didn't tell me that you're leaving your gear at the Heartless Man.
Okay, so I'm basically going to delete everything but the medallion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the money.
You have your weapon.
Yeah, but the weapons are poor quality because of the acid.
And the money's gone too, right?
No, your money is there, but it's very clean. First of all, but
shiny
second of
pennies.
yeah,
but the pouch it was in is gone.
Yeah, but the pouch is out, so I also don't know where you want to hide it. That said, you are next to Eliza's hovel, so
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is when I come to, I will probably go look
and dress like a woman.
Even if it's just wrapping a blanket around me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, guys. I will need to make a few notes after today's game. Brian, you think about your next character, please. If you want to play Ira, maybe. You remember your character, right?
Yeah, I'm either going to do Ira or the kid, the Targeteer.
Oh, the Targeteer. Okay, cool. Yeah.
But I don't know. Ira's going to be more beefy.
Or
the kid, I intentionally want to do less XP, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or if you want to, be very classic RPG, useful to the party, you can think about a priest. That said, I do greatly take notice of how someone plays a priest, because you need to follow the strictures.
Like a Sigmarite priest.
Yeah, you need to follow the strictures. You need to, follow the code. There is something called Wrath of the Gods. If you're too lenient, you can bring down the Wrath of your God. And Wrath of the Gods is very nasty. essentially instant mental illness, for example, if you're unlucky. But of course, priests are good. Priests are very cool. They have healing. They have strong powers. They can.
I might do that. I have always wanted to play like a fanatic.
Yeah, I mean Sigmarite priests, for example, are great fighters and great healers as well. They're probably the best priests of all. Second would be Myrmidians, then Shalians. Shalians, of course, are very
I'll
hard.
read up on it. That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, Shalians are very hard to roleplay because, no violence except against the servants of Nurgle. But they are very cool. Okay, anyway, for today's game, since it was long and hard and you've suffered a lot, 100 points for everyone. I don't think I will give you any points for your characters because you didn't really roleplay your characters, unless you prove me wrong. But today's game was not for roleplaying. Let's be honest, it was for combat. And let me tell you, I'm getting old. I'm fucking tired after this. Jesus Christ.
Does Vincent get the 100 or was it 50? I forget.
50. Let's halve it. It was 50.
Yeah.
Michael, if I roll a new character, I get 3/4 of the XP that I have now.
I will have to think about it. Initially, I want to give you half, but I think 3/4 sounds better, honestly. So as not to make to make a disproportion between you and your fellows.
And like still paying for career advancements, right?
Yes, career advancements.
Okay, cool.
Let's say that you also don't get free XP at the start, okay? At this level, so no free 100 XP at the start because you're very.
Just 3/4.
Yeah, you're very high level. So I don't know, Brian, have you roleplayed your character? I don't think so.
No, like today, you mean?
Yeah.
No, I mean there wasn't really a whole lot of opportunity. I kept fighting.
Yeah.
Righteous, fearless, merciful.
We'll get to that. Andrew.
Yeah.
Lumberjack. You're a lumberjack and you're not okay. So, you were a lumberjack today?
I was.
Really?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's saying,
have you roleplayed your character?
Yeah, he didn't really get a chance to because he was down too fast. So,
Sean, what's your profession? What's your current profession?
Witch hunter.
I am going to give you points for your character because you fought.
I feel like that's.
Yeah, you fought to the last, essentially. Even without an arm, you've picked up the sword and you went after the fiend. Your Gladius, unfortunately, is not there anymore. Yeah, guys, also remember, you have to check your character sheets, especially now. With the loss of your gear, stuff like that. Yeah, so 10 points for you, Sean. There was no place of birth today, not for anyone.
Hey, I got my remark in about the horse and the quality of horses being better back home in Talabek land.
Well, I can give you 5 points, even though Talabek land is not known for its horses. Averland is.
I know, but the point,
Yeah, I know. Okay, sure, 5 points. In that case, I can also give 5 points to Sean because Wissenlanders are rather stubborn, I believe, or no, Ostlanders are stubborn. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's we're more
stoic.
Yeah, dour.
Dour. Yeah, dour Siberia. Okay, so after that we have the the gods. Brian, 5 points for switching to Sigmar at the appropriate moment. I think it helped you stab the horse to death. Andrew, I don't think you were any religious.
I was actually. He was gonna start, and then the flies. So
yeah.
he really. That's if you remember, I was asking about saying things, and you were basically, hey, if it's real short, you could get away with it.
Yeah. Sean, you were like Sigmar's Fury. I'll give you 5 for that. You were Sigmarite enough. You tried to smite evil. But other than that, there was no religion today, unfortunately.
No, it was all just
combat.
kissing the blade and praying to Sigmar kind of deal. Yeah.
After that, we have Star Sign, Brian.
Righteous, fearless, merciful.
Okay.
I think I got the righteous and fearless.
Yes,
down.
10 points for you. You've remained at your feet to the end. You never retreated. You fought valiantly. Andrew?
Mummet the Fool, sensible, intuitive, lucky. No.
Yeah. Sean?
Cacklefax the Cockerel. I didn't have a chance to.
Well, you tapped your sword with other sword.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no. Doom, Brian.
The blind maiden shall weigh thy soul. I don't think I did anything for that.
Shame that you didn't said anything because you had a lot of opportunities here. But yeah, I don't think so. Andrew.
It's the sword shall bring no justice, only suffering. I was taken out by a horse, so I didn't even get to suffering from the sword.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the sword is a metaphor for all of combat, but still,
yeah,
it wasn't even a real weapon. It was a freaking demonic horse.
Yes,
and it's acid.
It was demonic horse indeed. Sean.
Was it the hourglass cracks before they last?
You said something about that. Yeah, I'll give you 5 points for that.
Okay, sure.
No ideas today. No points for role playing Halfling, Brian. Sorry, you didn't have a chance to do this today.
I didn't role play the Halfling well, but just for shits and giggles, I'd like to point out I stabbed the demonic horse in the eye somehow.
Yeah.
Well, he had to bend down to bite you. Come on.
Yeah.
There was some jumping involved. There had to be some jumping involved.
Okay. Also, Sean receives 30 points because it's his last time doing notes for now, right?
Yes.
So 30 points for you. That's it for today, guys. Now our next game. How about 23rd of June?
I can't do anything for the rest of the month.
Okay.
That said, I am obviously, still barely conscious stuff. Yeah. So, I can tell you what my plan would be to do, and then, which would likely be, find some rags to wrap around myself and my money and make it to a place to heal. Yeah. So if you need to go if you get, if it works better for everybody else, I can miss a session pretty easily.
Okay. What about the rest of you guys?
I'm just trying to pull my calendar up. I think
I'm free whenever, pretty much.
Yeah, the 23rd I would be free.
Okay, so tell you what. If Jason returns, we shall play normally, even without Andy, because I would like us to, catch up on the material, to speak, of sorts. If Jason will not return, he has some stuff to do. We'll maybe play without him, or maybe run, if you guys are cool with that, a solo session of Delta Green.
Yeah, that's fine.
We were supposed to do this with Sean and Brian, if you're cool with that, of course. But I am thinking about, in that case, playing even with 2 players, like to finish this scenario, and then move back to the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
We shall see. Okay.
I can tell you, my Lucas will not be leaving without murdering the butcher.
Okay, sure.
Oh no, yeah, no. Leopold is of the will skin him alive while he watches his butcher shop burn.
Yeah.
I just wish. Trying to think of where I can learn torture in the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, so think about your injuries, and if you want to do something about them. The heroes are essentially marked by fates. That's why you have fate points. So you can do more with them than I mean you can do more than your ordinary old warder.
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, we'll probably just run this scenario further on, I think. That said, I mean, I think with our tempo, we at least have like another year of this campaign, maybe a year and a half. Yeah.
Actually, my son today was asking me how long I've been playing, and I looked it up. I've been in the group for 4 years. So
yeah, I mean that's honestly, guys, that's pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That we've been able.
Has it been 4 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been in the group for 5 years, Brian.
This year?
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's what it said. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Well,
I feel old.
Actually, this year will be 4 years with Brian because I've started this group in October, I think, or September 2015. So it's 4 years total. But yeah, Andy and Sean, you've joined us very quickly. After our first players, Brian, you remember them? When our first players bailed on us, then we had Matthew.
Why did they bail?
Well, they were assholes essentially.
Yeah, just
They
shitty
bailed
gamers.
because they were chased out.
Yeah, I mean, one never came.
One guy trolled the game, and the other guy was just super non-committal, and like you had to be confrontational with him in order to get him to commit to anything, and he still wouldn't show up. So it was like
he was essentially.
They were just bad players.
He essentially because it's not because of Bran we're playing. It's because of I've wrote something on Fantasy Flight Games forums when they were still active, when Warhammer section was still active. I've joked that maybe I'll run something online, but this was a joke. And a guy named Aiden, he written, well, I would like to play with you. And I was thinking like, what the hell? I never played online. I never played RPGs online. I was playing RPGs for like 6-7 years straight, but never online. And I thought, okay. And
I found him on a Google Plus, and he must have already met you at that point.
Yeah.
So it's funny that he put it together, but
yeah, but
you know what I mean.
But he went only to single session. Then he didn't came up. Then he was like saying that because we had to go somewhere with my wife and
girlfriend's parents' house. Yeah.
I didn't want to tell you. So I didn't want to break your fun. And then I said, okay, so will be next time. And he never answered. And another player, Polish guy, said to say that he was playing like a sociopath essentially. And from my experience, honestly, guys, if someone plays like that, there's a big chance that he acts like that in real life. And this guy was acting strangely.
At least wants to act like that.
Yeah,
might be too much of a.
Because
he trampled like an entire town with a horse and then left.
He told
and then never played the game again, so we had to deal with the fallout.
Yeah. And honestly, after that, I was thinking that, well, it's over. But Brian convinced me to stay. He found Matthew, I think, our second Polish player, who was also... Well, he wasn't bad, but he wasn't good. I mean, I think Andy remembers him. He played together with him.
He had like 7... people following him around.
Yeah.
No, first it was Ashley and I that were at it, and then it was Matthew.
And then was also the Irish guy. He was cool, but and that's what I respect a lot. He was cool, but he said that he don't want to play after like 2-3 sessions because online play is not for him. But he said it's not for me. Thanks for the game, guys. Have fun, and that's it. That's how
he was honest about it
that's how you end it with style. While the other guys, maybe except for Matthew, but he also he never even said bye, and I was saying, he told me that, well, I'm not going to play, and I said, okay, so say goodbye to the guys, right? So, and he said, yeah, I will do that, and he didn't do that, so that's kind of shitty. But of all the guys, I don't remember the Irish guy's name.
Ashley.
Yeah,
he wasn't Irish. He was from Sheffield.
Yeah, Ashley was solid. He was cool. And shame that he didn't stick around because he was playing actually very well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it just ended. It's one of those things that committing to a regular game is actually like you always think, oh yeah, I can totally do it, and then you start to realize how much it is actually taking your time.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's all about organization. I have like 2 other gaming commitments, and aside from that, of course, I have work, fiancé. I'm getting married this year, stuff like that. That said, I do plan everything like to the last minute, so I can make sure. But it's possible, and we have a very flexible, essentially schedule. I mean, we as a group. It's not like we're playing every single week. It's essentially we're playing every 2 or 3, sometimes more weeks. But this year, 4 years, guys. Congratulations! I seriously mean that. And hopefully we'll play for a few more. Would be cool, honestly. Would be cool. This is this kind of tradition, I think, right now.
Okay, great.
I'm down. I'm definitely leaning more towards a priest after like thinking about it.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks for the game. So I'll see you, Sean and Brian, on the 23rd.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want something, from me, then write. And hopefully Jason will join us. But I'll see you anyway on the 23rd. See you later.
Okay, guys. See you.
All right.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.